general. This is very broad, but
yes.
it's that you yourself are the only person that you're going to live your entire life with. So if you can find people that are willing to be a part of your life as well, and you're comfortable with that, and you're comfortable having them around, sharing things with them, sharing your life with them basically, then that's a pretty good indicator of the type of friendship that you should seek out. But I would, just because you might have been hurt from someone, I don't think necessarily should mean that all people are like that. You, in essence, are categorizing everyone else that is out there to be people that can hurt you. And it is true. People do hurt people. Like, you can't avoid that, unfortunately. But people also lift other people up. People share love with other people. That comes through many forms, and people encourage other people. Like, there's so many great things people can influence you in your life. So I would say, please don't shy away from it. Try your best. Put yourself out there. Take it slow if it's, that's what's comfortable for you. But
also, if you focus on yourself, and in terms of, like, if you know deep down that you tried your best, like, that's a really good takeaway at the end of the day. Rather than focusing on them hurting you.
Yeah. My copium is, like, if I learned, then it's cool.
yeah.
Even if I got hurt, as long as I took something away from it, it's cool.
Yeah. And in that moment, like, all the good times, too, like, they still happened, and you still enjoyed it in the moment and loved each other deeply,
By the way, to all my mods, I want y'all to literally insta-ban anyone who says some weird, cringe, or rude shit. Thank you. Also, did you try any?
Yeah, I did. Do you like dark chocolate?
Oh, you don't. Fuck.
I don't dislike it.
I'll be back.
Okay.
I don't dislike dark chocolate.
I know you do. I just
But when I
don't.
eat it, I'd be like, this is the healthy stuff.
This bag is empty. She just handed me an empty bag. I'm just gonna go back to my Chipotle.
What's your Chipotle order?
I got steak, white rice, black beans, fajita veggies, sour cream corn,
okay.
green salsa, lettuce.
Steak, I see you. I'm a steak girl, too.
Oh, let's go.
Not many people get steak. People usually get, like, chicken.
Girl.
At least that's what I know.
Steak supremacy.
Ugly. Dude, I love this Gordon Ramsay. It adds to the stream a lot.
Yeah. His presence is well respected as we react to Kitchen Nightmares. Oh my god.
Oh my god, you love me or something?
I do.
You love me or something?
I do.
It's like all dark chocolate.
I don't think so. I really hope not.
What are these? They're so cute.
Honestly, I don't know. NZXT sent them to me though, so thank you, NZXT.
Thanks, NZXT.
Shout out
Shout out
to
to homie.
NZXT.
Let's go.
Let's go.
I still want to watch MasterChef with you sometime.
Yeah. Let's
Honestly,
do
we
it.
could triple watch it right now, but
We can do anything. I am here for the company because your
Let's
girl
go.
is on her period.
oh.
Oh god.
Hello, I'm 21, currently a virgin, but I've been trying my best to attract girls, real ones. Not 2D.
I feel you.
It seems impossible because every time I talk about anime, they walk away on me. Advice, please.
Really?
2D
If you
girls?
if you talk to
Yes.
They
anime,
are.
to me, I would stick around.
Yeah.
So it's not everyone.
This is
Oh my god, yes. You should join like an anime club or something. Or like an online.
They're Oreos.
What?
You don't like Oreos?
No, they're okay.
You want them? I love oh my god, there's chocolate covered Oreos? Well, there's regular bars if you want.
No, I'm good with that. That was pretty good, actually. That was surprisingly okay. Wow.
Really?
That grew on me.
Let's go.
If you found out your crush is now seeing someone else and you guys have been talking for the whole year, do you remain friends with them or do you just completely cut them off? Please help me.
Okay. Listen. Okay. I have something to say about that. When you talk to someone that you deem a crush, there's like, I don't understand why people think to just like, oh, I have a crush on this person, I'm gonna straight pursue them. Because to me, I'm like, shouldn't you like be friends first, have a nice foundation, and like, I don't know. So for me, if you all of a sudden want to cut contact with them, it just shows me that you only wanted one thing and you were talking to them for only one reason. And for me, that's not that great. But maybe you were expecting something like casual on their end too. I don't know. But for me, friendship first.
This is hard.
And I wouldn't just not talk to someone.
Yeah, like this all really comes down to the difference in expectations you guys had with each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you had a crush on someone, obviously it's not a very easy thing to be upfront with someone about. Be like, hey, I like you, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard, depending on the age you're at. It's hard for everyone, really. But
Yeah.
perhaps if that had been said,
Someone
then-
said, wouldn't that be friend zone, though?
yeah.
But to me, though, I wouldn't
What's
want
wrong
to.
with that?
I wouldn't. Yeah, exactly. What's wrong with
Yeah,
that?
what's wrong with that?
Like, that's kind of like. That's just you being genuinely interested in them
Yeah.
as a person, investing in them as a friend. In a like, yeah, sure, you're not gonna get the intimacy. You're not gonna get more than a friend stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But like, you won't get that
Someday you
either
could.
way. Exactly,
Mhm.
exactly. And if you just cut
People need to
contact with
stop
them now,
thinking that like friend zone means that it is a zone
Forever.
you can never exit.
yeah,
Yeah. I think that's the biggest misconception. I used to be so annoyed by the term friend zone, and then I realized the reason I was annoyed is because people made it sound like a fucking permanent sentence
yeah.
Right. Or like
when it
an
doesn't
exile.
function. Yeah, it doesn't function
And
that way.
I feel like it's actually more and more common nowadays that people are preaching like date your best friend, marry your best friend, and how do you become a best friend? You start off as friends. So to me, I understand like not wanting to talk to them because it hurts like seeing them talk to another person. I totally get that, but I wouldn't like cut it completely or like
Yeah.
unless you weren't even interested in them as a friend.
Yep. You just have to change your expectation of
Yeah.
them as well. And that's,
Change the mindset.
it's not hard. It's not easy. It's just somewhere in between. You just gotta do it.
Also, I'm just making this look like a longer paragraph. So he's not a therapist. He's a comp
my
sci
God.
major, bro.
Dude, you're like
he
paying
just has a lot of thoughts.
4D chess. I love that.
My long-term partner and I mutually broke up at the start of the pandemic after my mom was diagnosed with
Oh,
lung
I'm so
cancer. I'm so
sorry.
sorry. Partner was in healthcare. We were on the rocks. Had to move home to take care of my mom and grandma. It's all good, and we are still friends. I'm 30, going back to school and still taking care of my mom and grandma. I have some things to work on before I really start looking for someone new. I feel like I'm going to be way out of my depth when I start. Any advice on where/how to start? How do you get back into dating after you've been out of the game for a while?
I don't know, I was never in the game, so.
Okay. Thoughts?
Someone said Bumble.
Honestly, I wish I had a better answer for this. The first things that come to mind is to, I don't know why I look at everything as like a fucking business meeting or math problem, but like what were your takeaways from the past relationship you were in as well as the past time that you were single? What are you looking for now? Because I feel like after every single person that like I talk to or become close with, I almost feel like I better filter what I want in the future.
Yeah.
And being able to really like sit down and list those things out and know what you're looking for, I think really, really helps you know what you want and helps you kind of get back into the game. And if you just mean like kind of casual advice or tips, you should probably ask your single friends what they do to meet new people.
Yes. Yes.
Wait, you should ask.
Putting yourself out there.
Yeah.
Actually, never mind. I was gonna say you should ask the people that are in relationships. To
But
see-
they fucking
But they already
forgotten.
did- they already did it. So never mind.
Any thoughts, are you?
No.
Oh.
It's COVID.
Woo,
Ooh,
help!
This one is spicy.
You can read it.
Help!
Why you make him sound like that? Come on, man. What if he's like, help?
I'm 33, sleeping with a 44-year-old woman, married woman with 2 kids. I feel bad for the husband. She says, I'm a big girl. Don't worry about me. And doesn't want a divorce. What do I do? My brain says no. My heart says there's sparks in chemistry. What does your dick say, though?
What the hell? Clearly, it's been saying yes. So
No.
Good
this
Lord.
is so horrible. I'm morals first. That's a married woman with kids. You really gonna break up a family for this?
I agreed with you until you said you're gonna break up a family for that. You're in the
she's
wrong.
I mean,
she's
sorry,
in the
sorry.
fucking wrong.
Sorry,
she's
you're
breaking
gonna
up her own-
help break up a family? You're gonna
Facts,
condone
facts.
breaking a family?
Okay, this is wow. There's so many layers to this.
I have small quick take. I don't.
Sorry, I cannot. Reading that was like.
When he said, my brain says no and my heart says, like, there's chemistry and there's sparks, I think whether it's this situation or almost any,
Someone just says enjoy it.
I think chemistry and sparks are far more common than people think they are. Like, it's... If you meet enough
Right.
people, you'll meet plenty of people that you get
Right.
along
It's
with,
hard
that are
as fuck to
exciting,
I-
that are
yeah.
whatever.
I don't think there's like one person for you
Yes.
out there.
What
for
is
sure.
more difficult to find is someone whose morals and values align with yours,
Mm-hmm.
and y'all got sparks. I feel like that's kind of the key to
Yes.
have to, like, finding a good partner. And clearly, only half of that equation is there for you guys. So, in my opinion, it's really not worth it.
Well, I don't know what he thinks. Like, for example, do you want a family one day? Like, do you want...
I mean, I'm sure he doesn't just want to be the side piece.
Right, but...
And he probably feels bad. And he feels bad because the husband.
Y'all ever feel that, like,
I could
once a
never,
cheater,
bro.
always a cheater? Because that's how I feel.
I
I feel
would-
that.
I would never date someone who, like, pursues me while they're in a relationship.
Exactly. Because then
'Cause, like,
you're
they
always
will do
going to
the
think,
same to
yes.
you. Mhm.
And that's already a rocky foundation.
The question for me. This is a question for Kevin, really. Just wondering what he intends on doing with his comp sci degree. If he wants to do IC design work for large chip manufacturing. I know a lot of people
He
going
can
for comp
come
sci,
here if he
but I don't know
Yeah.
what most people are using it for. Oh, okay. Yeah, comp sci. So this is like one of the bigger misconceptions of people that want to study computer science. Computer science deals a lot more with like algorithms and like systems and like stuff like that, where not necessarily the more practical use cases of what is being used in the workforce. Like what is being used in the workforce is mostly like programming and like what framework you know and what you're able to do with like what kind of like stacks you are able to work with and stuff. So like there is a bit of a disconnect, but I would say what getting a comp sci degree does is give you the broader and more like in detail depth backgrounds on like computers and like how they work, how they function, how like everything comes together, even like the history of computers as well. It's quite interesting to know and understand. So you don't need it necessarily, but it's one of the more interesting things to study if you're looking to work within software or like any kind of like computer related career.
You should do TED Talks.
Thank you.
Nerd. Okay, sorry. I was just joking.
It's good.
I'm
good
just
nerd.
joking. Good nerd. Good nerd. Smarticle particle. Yeah.
Okay, someone wrote, I'm in a straight presenting relationship, but I'm queer, and the guy that I'm with constantly makes fun of my queerness. Should I dump him? And I thought immediately, motherfucking yes. And it just brought me back to like so many times in my life. Lord knows why. I mean, I know why, but I gave dude so many chances, and I don't know why. Like when a guy or girl, when someone shows you who they are, believe them. I've had people make fun of like my ethnicity, my curly hair, like religion, everything, like to the extreme. I've had people say like some fucked shit, and I'm like, oh, it's okay. He didn't really mean it, right? So, I think when someone does something like that, it's such an easy filter of like, don't fuck with people like that. Just move on.
Why are guys like that?
It's just
No, it's not just guys.
Yeah.
I've been in a relationship where I made fun of him for his interests, and when it took him so long to like admit it to me that it hurt, and when he finally did, I was like, I feel so bad.
Okay.
So I do understand that like sometimes it does come off as a joke, but like it actually like hurts them, and I don't know this, and yeah, no, it happens. It's a bad joke.
I've had people
can't
just
do
make
that.
like not even jokes, just be mean. I remember this one guy I liked like was seeing for a while. And I literally did this on stream. I was like doing Dr. Pokey, and I remember he was like, "That's like so cringe," and I was like,
What?
fine.
What?
I remember verbatim to this day. I was like, it's okay.
No, I think there's this one saying that goes by your SO should be like your biggest fan. And I believe that. Why would you ever, call some or say something's cringe?
I've been discouraged almost the most from guys that I've liked. Not from my parents, not from my friends, literally from guys that I liked. Crazy. Pokey, I'm your biggest fan.
Men.
No.
Now you know what to do, guys. No, I'm kidding. I'm
In
kidding,
general,
I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Nice guys finish last. No, I'm kidding.
I've seen it
That's
the other
why
way too.
I'll treat you like trash.
Yeah. Oh my god, I saw. Oh my god.
Yeah, I think I also I've let go of a lot of that stuff in the sense that I don't hold it against the person because I also feel like just a lot of people are kind of assholes when they're younger.
Yes.
And sometimes they grow out of it and sometimes
Yes.
they don't. But either way, it's like I'm not going to hold on to someone's asshole phase. Like, you said some fuck shit.
True.
I learned not to put up with people like that anymore. But, it is what it is.
True.
Arya, I'm your biggest fan. Hee hee, LOL.
Ooh, let's
No,
go.
me. I am me.
Yeah, you are.
I'm just here.
There's your biggest fan here somewhere. Hey guys, I've been really stressing out over this and I would really appreciate your help. I was casting a couple's role in a musical. After the show, I devolved a crush on the girl I was cast with. Oh, good PR. It's been 2 months and I can't stop thinking about her. It's been really awkward hanging out with her at school. We've been okay friends for about a year. Do you have any advice? Also, what is your favorite Pokemon? Don't answer that. But do you have any advice for him?
Damn. Personal experience? No.
I think it's always tough for me when people are like, I have this crush on someone and I'm sad. Like, talk to them,
Yeah.
develop. Like, you need it's almost like not your Christopher Columbus, but you're some dude and you're exploring, okay? You got a map and you gotta draw this shit out, okay? You gotta be like, we talked, we get along, or we don't talk very much. We hung out and it went well, or it went not well, or she seems to have a crush on someone. Like, you would need more information. There's not enough data. Your data sample is too small.
You gotta know what you want to. Like, do you want a relationship out of this? Do you want to be serious out of this? Because if you do want to be serious, then you
gotta
should
talk to someone that you
gotta
wanna be
talk to
serious
her
with.
and take her feelings into consideration, not just yours. So as much as you're afraid of rejection, also be afraid of the possibility that she might be like,
Just
she might
ask
like
her if
you
she wants
too.
to hang.
She might not like you. She might,
Yeah, and
just talk to her.
It might be difficult, but I assure you that is the easiest thing that you could do for yourself because it just sets everything up to be so much better.
Because look, now you're wondering. You're asking us on the stream.
Right?
Instead of
Sorry. No, I don't mean it like that.
Yes, you do.
Okay, whatever.
You're so fun.
Can I have some water?
But you like a girl and you're asking us? That or
Or
this?
that.
There. Am I the only one that just don't get why people date? I mean, I'm uncomfortable when people touch me, and I had a BF just because we had a similar question like this earlier. Like, if you don't want to date people or don't want to be with people,
That's fine.
yeah, go off, king.
There
But-
are platonic relationships out there too.
Yes.
People that want just vibes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which is totally fine. And then, however, if you feel like you've become this way due to a certain event or trauma, or it's something you want to work on, that's a different story. And you can there are probably ways that you can address that and work through it. But if you're just like that and you're happy and you've always been that way, it's all good.
True.
Kind of true.
Very true. Excuse me.
You're so excused. I would eat that burp just in my mouth next time. Sorry.
You're just third wheeling, bro.
I try to be a masculine man in general, but a male friend in this one friend group makes my feminine, leg crossing, blushing side out. Or make it come out? How do I come out without making it uncomfortable for others in the group? Aww. I wish I could give better advice for that. However, I think the only piece of advice that I can say is that I've seen friend groups, and when someone comes out, they're all really nice and caring and chill, and like nobody, like it doesn't change anything. And in my opinion, that tells me that they are all good friends.
Right.
So I think if you came out and someone was really weird about it, they are likely not someone that you want in your life for a long time anyways.
True.
Yeah.
Can't really say it any better than that.
Yeah. As long as you're just nice about it, and you're like, oh, like I was a bit nervous to tell you guys. If they're nice, good people, they're like, oh, it's cool, bro.
And it's okay for you to be like different types of people around different like people, just because you don't need to be consistently like this one type of person with everyone in your life, right? Other people make you react in different ways and make you feel different emotions, so it's all right.
Ooh, I like this one. I've become really good friends with a girl over the last few months, and we probably haven't gone 3 hours without texting. My friends all talk about her smile when she's with me and that they ship it, but she's just now exiting a toxic relationship. Should I wait for a better time, even if she seems ready?
Ooh, are you worried about being the rebound or something?
I think so.
Is it also one of those things where you should talk to them about it?
Yes, but
Perhaps.
also...
But partially, though, I do think that you can probably talk to someone, and they'll be like, yeah, sure, whatever, but it could still wind up being a bad time.
But also think about what you want. Like, are you...
He wants to date her.
Look out for your
He
own
wants to be with
interests,
her.
and so...
He wants to marry her.
like,
You
are
want to fuck. I mean, I guess, you know.
Don't... I'm being censored! Anyway, I was just gonna say, like, look out for your best interest as well. If you really like this girl and you have feelings for her, but then you're just kind of iffy on the timing, and you're concerned for your own well-being, kind of going into this and maybe perhaps wondering if it's gonna be hurtful to you or if it's gonna end up being not so great relationship. Yeah, you have every right to look out for yourself as well. So if it's not her that needs the time, but if it's you that needs the time for her to have exited the relationship and then for you guys to get anywhere more serious, then do it for yourself as well. It's totally fine.
Like, I wonder what his worries are. His main concern.
I think it's always concerning to date someone who just came out of a relationship.
But like, it sounded
How it
like
looks and
no, but the thing is, he said himself that they spend so much time texting, and it
That's
sounds
true.
like they've created this bond while she was in a relationship too.
Is
You
she
may-
exiting because of... I'm just kidding.
No, that's what I mean. But that's what I mean is like, has she determined that this is the safety net that she needs? You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm worried about. So
I would suggest you can kind of progress it without jumping into a relationship.
right.
Ah,
So
fucking bitch. Yo, how do I get a girlfriend? Please fucking help. Does anyone in the chat want to be Myth's girlfriend? Done deal. But yeah, I was gonna say, I think, like, keep hanging out, see if it seems to be progressing in that direction. If so, you can just tell her, like, hey, like, I feel like we're pretty close. I think I'm developing feelings. Like, I just want to know if you feel the same way. But, like, it doesn't mean we need to jump into a relationship. I just want to know if we're on the same page. And if so, you guys can, like, be seeing each other or, like, kind of progressing that relationship for a while until you feel like it's time to jump into a relationship.
and whatever the worries you have, like, you can always bring that up too.
I think you'll kind of get a feel for whether it's a bad time by just, like, dating and seeing each other regularly without actually being in a relationship. You can always make that step or take that step down the road.
Look at how many problems or concerns you can just solve by talking to people.
Oh my god.
Oh my
That's my
God.
That's
biggest
just
takeaway every time I do
communication.
Dr. Pokey.
Crazy.
Everyone's just like, ah, blah, 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 and they never say, oh, I actually spoke to them. Or they said this.
They just assume the worst.
It's all just in your head, yeah.
and daddy chill.
Hi, Pokimane, I really, really like this girl. We go to school together, speak to each other mutually, and I think she's giving me hints, and she also likes me, but I don't know for sure. I don't know, to be honest. Keep chasing her. How do I know for sure she likes me? Talk to her.
Okay, any questions aside from I like this girl? Or I like this guy.
Or I don't know if they like me.
Yes. Would you like to?
No, it's okay. It's okay. I have enough opportunity. Don't worry.
Ooh, I have a group of friends that I don't like. They have been mean to me, but to other, and it makes me feel bad. I try to move away, but I have them in every class, and I don't know what to do. When you're young, it's fucking tough. I think if you're like in middle school, high school, and there's kind of just a set pool of people you can be friends with, you kind of just need to make do with what you got and expect that like you will have other opportunities in your future to make closer friends with people.
Some of my best friends in my life have come from such unexpected places as well. You never know.
This message is so funny. How do I create a conversation with women when I am not very interested in the same things they are? I am interested in weapons and war and comp hardware, and it is hard to find common interest. Wait, you like K-dramas? You're fine.
K-dramas are huge.
Easy.
Bruh.
And I mean, maybe women with a capital W isn't what you're looking for. I'm kidding. I also think you don't need to like the exact same stuff as someone to date them.
You can
could both just like K-dramas, then the rest of your hobbies are completely separate, but you like to listen to each other.
Yeah. Or maybe he's not about small talk. Maybe he doesn't care about her day. Maybe...
He said, didn't ask, don't care. Who are you talking to? Thank you guys for the new subs, by the way. Welcome. Do you guys feel like the people that you've dated, you've had a lot in common with them?
No.
It's always gaming for me. I think they have to game.
Same, but I don't think they have to game anymore. And actually, when I think about it, I have barely gamed with the people that I liked in the past.
They have to like food.
Okay, but who doesn't like food?
No, you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. God,
yeah. Have you ever met someone who's like, I eat to live, not because I enjoy it?
Yeah.
And then you were like,
I know these types of people, and I'm like,
disgusting shit.
Yes. Truly. Oh my god, yeah, Miz is like that.
Eat to live?
Yeah.
He'll fight you.
Oh my god, Myth is like that. That's who else. I heard him say that. He was like, don't really care what it tastes like and stuff. I'm like, are you okay? This is why you're single.
No, it's just like, I think it doesn't have to be food, but just being passionate about something that you both can be passionate about and do it together and like,
I'm kidding,
oh
I'm
no,
kidding.
Myth, please.
I'm kidding. We'll show you the way with Arya's cooking.
Do you know that way?
We do. Any questions not about you dating? Same guy dating the married woman. I'm 33 and just moved to a new city. I hate my job and I want to quit. But dignity and an empty sack is just worth an empty sack. I need the... What?
Oh, so is this like an arrangement you have? Is it less of a... Did it start less romantic, but now it's developed into something more romantic? Is that what this is? Interesting.
Either way, she's a married woman not willing to divorce. I'm not about it.
Agreed. I've been dating for 5 years now. I used to be really toxic in the beginning, but we worked things out. But COVID hit and we lost relatives, friends. Her father started drinking and he has health issues. We've been through a lot in the pandemic. I think we need therapy, but she's saying that therapy for people that have mental issues and that she doesn't have mental issues and keeps going back and forth and wanting to go to therapy. Should I insist or just let it be? Insist.
Insist.
Yeah.
Kindly.
Don't force. Just...
I was going to say give him the ultimatum. Save more time.
I think...
Sorry.
Jeez.
What?
Damn, bitch, you efficient, huh?
I'm efficient.
I think you should also consider that this is no longer about going to therapy or not going to therapy. It's about like, oh, do you guys view things similarly? Like, I don't think I could date someone who thinks that
that's a nice way of putting
therapy
it.
is for people that have mental issues. It's like therapy is good for kind of everyone and especially anyone going through a hard time. I feel like that's just like a very judgmental way of looking about it or looking at it. So really just see if you can be on the same page.
It's kind of
regarding
weird that they immediately just say that's the excuse, that it's for like people with mental illness. It's like, no, you're making an effort into wanting to improve something, and that attempt and the intention itself should be enough for the person that they care about you to like take it into consideration rather than just like shutting it down like that. So in my opinion, that's a weird champ answer.
Actually, not just that, but when you said that, it made me realize that you're right. They probably don't just think that. It probably stems from an insecurity and concern that they will be like diagnosed with something.
Yeah, they're like, oh my god, this would make it feel too real.
Yeah,
Like,
or
I don't
like,
want someone telling me something I'm
what's
not.
wrong with me, or they're probably just scared. So maybe if you came about it in a compassionate way, you could see like, oh, are they just afraid, or are they judgmental?
Right.
That's
and you
true.
guys disagree. Yeah.
I mean, I used to be judgmental of like mental health and like needing therapy. Like I was somebody that didn't believe that mental health issues were a thing.
I mean,
What
Asian
changed-
households do
What
that.
changed your mind? No, it is true. Middle Eastern too, kind of.
Yeah.
I think a lot of it changed obviously when I went to college and I needed to learn what like different people's perspective and like how they functions, but also like college is a breeding ground for people with insecurities, mental health issues. Everyone needs therapy everywhere where you go to college. So it's just one of those things that's very hard to avoid, and like the longer I put it off, trying to learn more about it, the less the more it was like less the more it worked against me. So I took it upon myself to like learn about what it was specifically that people were dealing with, and then seeing if like
Knowledge is power.
if any of those things I saw in myself as well, or if like anything that I had questions about myself could be answered by these diagnoses of mental health issues. And yeah, it started to make a lot more sense. It scientifically justified itself as well, so it kind of aligned with how I like to think about things, and from then on, you could definitely just see.
So you were judgmental, but then you actually looked into it and you were like, oh, this makes sense.
Funny how that works, right?
I love this one. I really like this girl, but she's involved with gang type stuff. And I just like anime, so I'm lost on what to do right now. We got into a fight, but this happens often. But we both like each other. We don't know what to do.
Are you like okay if you fight her? Like, are you in danger?
Like, what kind of fight? Like a tussle?
Is she
Or
gonna like whip one out or what? Like,
what would Naruto do? Naruto Shippuden. I don't even know how you say it.
Shippuden?
Have you seen that clip of Michael B. Jordan? Good.
Good.
Hi guys, I'm struggling with balancing work/school/me time. It's really draining me, but I can't change my hours. How do I enjoy work and not burn myself out?
Wow. Say la vie. Like literally.
No, dead ass.
Dead ass.
Have you guys heard of socialism?
Why?
Have you heard of communism?
Yes, and I would like to know less about it.
Well, as we said, knowledge is power. So, on God, I think human beings are only meant to tolerate so much. So if you're working like, how much is a lot? 80-hour weeks?
That's a lot.
Yeah, if you're working 80-hour weeks, that's just
pretty standard.
weeks. That's just not good. If you feel like you're working a reasonable amount, but you're just burnt out, I think what helps a lot is to schedule time to take off and do very specific things. Like, I kind of became a calendar freak at some point and was just like trying to be as efficient with my time as possible. So I started literally scheduling like 4 or 5 hours off. I'd be like, okay, 6 to 10 p.m. and I'd put it in my calendar, do nothing. So at least I would know. Yeah, I guess kind of depends on what you're specifically going through. But I wish you the best of luck. Thoughts?
It's really difficult.
Yeah.
You know, you don't know if someone's working that many hours or like working like needing to balance certain things just because like that's how they make their ends meet. And if it is, then like it's a very difficult situation
Yeah.
tell someone what to do.
Exactly.
Like you can't tell.
Because he said like he can't change my
just
his
because it's
hours.
your livelihood.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's tough.
I am in a situation where my boyfriend has a girl best friend he met from Tinder.
That doesn't exist.
They fucking sorry. We have been together for
That's a
7
lie.
months, and he has known her. I'm sorry to assume, and he has known her for 3 months before we got into a relationship. I feel like he prioritizes her first over me, even though he tells me he loves me and etc. I always get a sour feeling.
That's
Trust
a
your
gut-
gut.
that's a gut
Trust your
feeling.
gut. I see or know him being with his girl best friend, and I've told him before. Am I wrong for trying to tell him that I don't appreciate bestie? Why is it this way?
Why?
Okay. I didn't want to be presumptuous that a girl best friend means
On
that he's
Tinder,
cheating.
though, no, it's not cheating, but like
It strikes.
Yeah.
Tinder, they met on Tinder.
Like
2, the big red flag for me was that he prioritizes her over you. That's
Yes.
just
Agreed.
fucking weird. And 3, it's all the stuff that he says too.
it should always be you first or you in consideration. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Like you should be told beforehand, you know, with his plans. With
And
this
you
girl.
shouldn't be left to feel this way for so
Yeah.
long. Like it
Yeah.
sounds like he's not trying to make you feel better.
Like he's not compromising or he's not, you know, giving you special attention that makes you feel secure. Like ew, drop his ass.
Drop his ass. Kindly.
Yeah. So harsh reality. People say a lot of things, and they always lie. So if someone tells you that they love you, it may not always be true. But what I do believe is that actions speak volumes over words. And if this person is prioritizing someone else over you, that is an action, and that should speak volumes. There you go.
Facts.
Straight facts.
Facts. Actions over words.
And the whole thing, the other question about demonic possession, mental illness,
Yeah.
I don't know how to answer that.
That's okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. But thank you for the question.
Oh, that's nice. I wanted to say something, but I totally forgot. I started to hang out with this girl that I really admire. She's super cool, really business-minded, great work at Immortal. Oh, I recently met her who can cook like a... I recently met her friend who can cook like a god, and I'm totally down bad for her. Huh?
Who is this?
Is it you? Is it...
Why would it be me? I don't understand. You're immortal, and I'm
And you're
cook.
Yeah.
They're
And
down
they're
bad
down
for
bad-
me?
yeah.
me?
You can cook? See, I didn't know that.
No, for sure talking about you. Not relationship, but more platonically seen. But I often feel lost / lonely, even when with people. I do have fun when we hang out, and I can talk about serious. But I always feel kind of like an outsider. I like these people a lot and commit deep into the friendship, but something always feels off. Suspicious. Maybe try to. What's the word? Observe. Try to observe when these feelings arise the most, and then classify. Oh my god, I really miss school. And then classify whether you think these feelings are coming from you or from the friendship. And what I mean by that is like, if someone says something and it makes you feel like an outsider, then maybe that's a reflection of the friendship not being that genuine. But if it's like before or after you guys hang out and you're like, oh, like, I don't really feel like I fit in, maybe you're kind of just in your head. Yeah. Thoughts? Like if you feel like an outsider in a friendship?
I like to gravitate towards people that prioritize me, so can't
I
really.
think everyone does, right?
I don't know. I feel like I have been in that situation where I felt like the outsider, but
Oh my god, actually you're right. But
Yeah.
once you feel like someone really cares about you, it's hard to feel like an outsider.
yeah.
But also, I guess it really depends on your definition of what friendship means to you.
Right. So are you feeling like, are you putting in a lot more than, you know, you're getting back? Because that's saying
That's
something
always
too.
a feels bad, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or deep down, there's a problem you have with yourself. Me know this feeling.
True.
Mhm.
True.
It's hard. I really can't judge which. I've been friends with this guy for years now. He's always been really sweet to me throughout our friendship while we were both in relationships. He helped me out with my shitty ex telling me how his heart hurts for me and I deserve better and everything. Now that we're both single, he hasn't had the need to say anything like that, but I can't tell if there's something between us or if it's just us being good friends. Well, honey, I don't think we could tell you either. I will tell you, though, that it could be either. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but don't talk to him about it or anything. Please.
Don't get to
Don't,
know him
yeah.
and see whether he keeps flirting with you or drops any hints. Definitely don't do that.
It's not, at the end of the day, it's not about him.
Yeah, don't ask him to hang out.
Yeah, definitely don't ask him
or
what his
go to the
take
movies.
on it is,
Yeah.
Or how he feels about you.
Don't involve the friendship by any means.
Definitely don't be honest with him.
Don't invest in it. Don't add points into that basket. For what reason? Sheesh.
You guys are great. I would love a really specific one. Hi, I have often been told by both classmates and friends that I'm not attractive in a general sense. That's fucking rude. What most meant was style and my overall appearance. Should I change myself to have better chances with girls?
Hell no.
Huh? Really?
Okay. Change is a bad word
Yeah,
here. I think
yeah.
improve is different.
Yeah.
Because
I'm surprised you would say no, because I feel like you're someone who you're not overly intense about your appearance, but I can tell you care about hygiene, you care about clothing, you get a fucking haircut regularly.
I think if they come to you and be honest, hey, I think maybe you can, I don't know, work on how you look or how you present yourself, and it's nice and your feelings aren't hurt by it, then I think looking means to improve is on everyone to your responsibility to do.
Yes.
But by whose standard? If these are people telling you need to look better,
I do think that's
need
kind
to
of rude
look
to
better
say.
is rude.
Yeah, that's rude.
But
I don't think you should ever tell someone, hey, I think you're not attractive.
Yeah,
Who
that's
the fuck
rude.
ask?
Yeah.
But if someone asks and they're like, what do you think I could do to get girls?
Until you yourself can tell yourself that you need to do something different about what you do, fuck it. Fuck everything else. Don't listen to people that have these things to tell you on how you should look, how you should act, and whatnot. That's just rude, right?
Actually, that's not a bad take. Because even though it can be helpful to someone's appearance to take certain XYZ steps, it really doesn't make sense to until you want to do it for yourself.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because it's
Yeah,
not
that
going to
is
matter
true.
until you want to do it.
That
Even
is
if you
so
did it
true.
short term, you're not going to upkeep it
Right.
if you're doing it for someone else.
That is so true. If
So
you
you
don't
should
feel
wait
like you
until
need
it's
it,
something
yeah.
you want
That is true.
or need or whatever. I was ghosted by my 2-year-long relationship. What the fuck?
What?
She
2
moved,
years?
blocked me from everywhere. I can't contact her no matter what. I can't move on. Any tips or any help? I feel attraction towards others, but not the way I used to feel with her.
Yeah.
That's so fucked.
Okay, just try your best to focus on the fact that she ghosted you after 2 whole years.
Yes.
This is on her.
Yes.
Why are you in love with a person like that?
No. It's not why are you in love with that person. It's literally they have some fuck shit going on that made them do that. Honestly, when you tell me that, I'm
True.
they murdered someone. That's where my brain goes. So just know this has nothing to do with you. And although I strongly believe everybody is deserving of closure, it's really unfortunate that sometimes people just don't get it. But you should still just do your best to move on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do yourself a favor. For real.
Yes, sirs. I used to like this girl, but she wasn't interested. I took a year bettering myself and lost 100 pounds, and now she...
Whoa! Wait a minute.
Let's go,
Now
King.
she's interested.
Yeah. She states that I was... That I was insanely unattractive. Now it's the opposite. I get where she's coming from, but feel weird about it.
As you should.
Yes, as you should. Get the fuck out of there. Get
Why?
the fuck out of
Okay,
there.
the thing is, it is totally completely okay to think this, but to tell you for what reason? For what reason?
Accomplishes zero.
Yeah, exactly. It can only make you feel worse. And I just don't understand why it's need to be said.
Mm-hmm.
Because because technically you could find someone not physically attractive and then find someone attractive after. But there's no reason to have to go back and
rub
of
it
shit on
in
you
or-
for that. Or remind you, almost like put you in your place. Like, I
So
remember you were ugly. Like,
cringe.
what? Ew.
Please do not enter that relationship.
Just sounds like she's kind of rude.
And I'm pretty sure you're in a better place now where you can find a bit more confidence to go out and meet someone much better.
That will accept you for, like, everything.
Mm-hmm.
And be proud of you. And that's all that needs to be said.
Yeah, absolutely. What's a piece of advice you'd give your younger self 10 years ago? 10 years, 15.
Buy Bitcoin.
Okay, tech head ass. Aria.
I was going to say the same thing, but...
I would tell my 15-year-old self, buy Bitcoin.
But I would have told myself to work harder.
Really? I would tell myself the opposite.
Oh,
I tell myself to chill the fuck out.
No, I want to work harder. Because for me, I feel like I'm only pushing myself to be better now. I didn't have this mindset before. Back
that's
then, I was
okay.
so free-spirited. But
The way
maybe
I
I'm just
see-
worried about time. Because now I'm at a place where I'm like, I'm almost 30. Fuck my life. Where did all my time
You're
go?
not almost. You're 27.
I'm almost 30. I'm literally...
Everyone can be almost 30.
Yeah, I'm almost 30. Because if you round up 25 to 30, that's 30.
Oh, shut up, Mitt. Shut up.
Mitt said boomer, but it's because he's like 12.
There's
So
people that are actually 30.
yeah, and that's.
I'm never going to be 30.
I'm kidding. Yes, you will. So you listen. The way I see it is like you might as well come to terms with being 30 now. So once you are 30, it'll be cool.
I'm working on it. I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet.
What would I tell myself? 15, right?
Yeah.
What were they in middle school?
No, high school.
High school? Like
Second year.
Second year of high school, something like that?
Wait, you'd be 15? You're 25?
Mm-hmm. We're the same year.
What? You thought he was younger?
I
Older?
thought you're older.
Oh, sorry. I guess. I don't know. I would tell myself to give myself more opportunities. Like, be unafraid of trying things, especially when it comes to, like, arts and creative outlets. Because at that age, you're in a surrounding where you're, like, working very hard academically, trying to accomplish something in life.
That's true. You don't really get to explore
I was
more
gonna
aspects
say-
of yourself.
I was gonna say
You take one
to
art class, that's it.
Yeah. Or
not be
like,
afraid to show off. either.
music,
Ooh.
painting, any other medium of arts, photography, video, like whatever it may be. I think from how I understand it, the ones that have done it for the longest since they were younger generally end up doing well if they have potential talent. And just to see if you have that talent, I feel like it needs to happen at a younger age. Like getting older and trying to realize a certain talent in that sense
You're kind of behind.
it's just a little too difficult, and you're
Yeah.
competing with so many others that are way,
We've been doing it for
you know,
years.
yeah. So, yeah, I would say something like that.
Hey, Pokey, Kevin, and Arya. I have two friends who constantly fight each other, and I'm the middle person. When they stop talking, they're both extremely toxic. But if I'm not around both friend groups, I can testify that all hell breaks loose if I'm not with them. And I'm at my wit's end with both groups. What do I do? I don't think you'll see this. We
Oh
saw
my
it.
god. My sister has been going through something similar. And I don't know.
I
just-
think in situations like that, like, you should realize that it is not your job
Yeah.
to moderate 10 other people. That is literally fucking insane.
What if he just left? What if he just left both friend
Well,
groups?
yeah, they would fight and boom.
Yeah. But
No,
like,
let them boom, I
yeah,
think.
let them boom.
Yeah,
I think
let them
so,
boom.
too.
They
Let them
can't rely
boom.
on you, and that can't be your job.
Realize
Happy New Year, by the way. Sorry.
no. Realize the weight that they put on you and then appreciate
New Year.
you more too. You know, I think it's good to let this what is it, boat sink.
Yeah.
Let it sink.
Realize. Anyways, chat and host. Learn and practice emotional intelligence. It'll help you grow as a person. Self-regulate motivation, acceptance, and a lot of other stuff. It's not the answer to everything, but it will help your life's journey. Facts. I think it's good to put yourself in other people's shoes. The best advice I ever received for anyone that struggles with comparison, this is the best advice I've ever heard. Okay. If you see someone and you compare yourself to them and you feel envious or you feel like you're not good enough or inadequate in any way, think about whether you would trade places with them entirely, but taking in all of their flaws and the things that they've gone through as well. And when I thought about that, like anyone that I've ever envied in my life, I'm like, I would never actually swap places with you.
That's a good way to put
Or
it.
like, I would never, yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty good way.
And once I realized that, I was like, wait, what the fuck is the point of comparing to someone then?
Yeah, that's true.
Now I'm pretty sick. Good for you, man. All the EU babies. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Happy 2022. Do you have any resolutions?
No, because I am in the belief that we should be always working towards our goal, you know? So, I mean, I have goals in general, but resolutions, I don't really like, I don't know. I'm kind of the person too, like if you're like, oh, I'm going to plan to do this at 5 p.m., that would give me anxiety and like pressure, and I end up not doing it. So I am not going to write out a list of goals. I'm just going to work on myself every single day.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thanks.
I don't know, man.
So I'm gonna ask you a question, but you don't have to answer it.
Who is that? I'm gonna have to take a look. Sorry, I might not know them by like their full name.
All G.
Yeah. But thank you.
Do you wanna scroll, find a thingy, or you, or whatever? I'm on the ground, so. Someone said I'm in love with Arya, and I just want to say me too.
Aw, thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks for the love.
Oh. Anything catch you guys' eye?
Ooh, scroll up, scroll up. This one.
How do you? Oh,
Go,
sorry.
no, go ahead.
How do you become more assertive with your boundaries? I was in a relationship from the age of 19 to 22 with a guy 5 years older than me. Throughout it, I felt like I was the immature, dependent one, when in reality I was pretty normal and he was just insanely cold. Disorganized attachment. How do I stop being a doormat when it comes to people I care about? I tend to prioritize their happiness over mine and swallow my negative feelings.
Ooh. Uh-oh.
I think part of recognizing that you are that way, you should also recognize that some people are more likely to step over your boundaries, and those are people you probably want to avoid. That's step one. And step two, what do you guys recommend for boundary setting?
Boundary setting.
You have to have really good communication skills, to be fair.
Yeah.
But also, like, if you set a boundary once, people shouldn't cross it afterwards.
And if you're worried about losing them or you're worried about disappointing them, then that's not on you, you know. You kind of have to let that go or work on that mentality, I think, first.
See, the thing about boundary setting is that unfortunately you may be able to set boundaries, yet there still will be people that will test you
Yeah.
and test those boundaries,
Yeah.
or even like just completely ignore them.
And they are called assholes.
Mm-hmm.
SOs?
Yeah, so like I would say do what makes most sense with your mind and how you think about things, and set your boundaries accordingly. Don't set boundaries trying to
Please
give and
someone
take
or-
and please
yeah.
somebody
Mhm.
that you might potentially be having issues with, or they might be somebody of the type to test those boundaries.
It'll hurt in the moment, but just know long run, this is the
Yeah.
better option
Yeah,
to cut them or like at least like filter out now.
yeah.
Because you know yourself that, you know, these people will end up making you sad, or you have to swallow these feelings of yours, and you don't want that.
Okay, do you guys have a strong preference of whether we keep doing questions, or we could watch MasterChef, but also like that's a whole thing. How long is an episode?
Don't ask me. I watch it like freaking 1.5. Yeah,
That's true.
So about like, I don't know, 20
So yeah,
minutes?
up to you guys. I've never ever watched MasterChef on stream, so.
How do they divide the MasterChef episodes on YouTube? Is it like...
So there's episode 1, 2, 3.
Got it.
And then each episode, I think like one person gets disqualified until there's one chef left that they
so
crown
it's-
the master chef.
I can't.
That's a nice fan.
Okay, sorry. Go on.
Okay, can you pull it up? Questions or MasterChef? Thank you. Good job. Let's go. Amazing.
All right, guys, there's the poll. Do what you do.
R.I.P. Betty White, but also Happy New Year's. Like, there's just so much going on here.
What a way to go out.
What do you mean?
Damn.
Peacefully?
No, just
At
on
99?
the last-
On New
last
Year's?
day of,
Oh, true.
you know. That's
True,
pretty
true, true.
crazy.
Ooh.
Okay, we're seeing a lot of Master Chef.
Hell's Kitchen. Have you watched Hell's Kitchen?
Yeah, I have, but
Which
I
one's
don't
better?
I don't remember. Well, Hell's Kitchen is a lot more scripted.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. I
Have you
had
seen
confirmation.
all the Kitchen Nightmares?
Apparently, some of them are like paid actors and actresses
Oui.
that have cooking
Savage.
experience, but for the
Oui.
most part, Hell's Kitchen is like very, very, very scripted.
Oh, you know, Gordon Ramsay is making a new show called Next Level Kitchen or something like that. I can't remember the exact name.
Really?
But basically, he sets up. It's kind of like Master Chef, but like competition show.
Mm-hmm.
But top tier floor is like a really nice kitchen. Middle tier is like a regular commercial kitchen, and bottom tier is like a really crap kitchen with like a lot of inconsistencies.
Uh-huh.
And like teams compete on each level to try and like produce like the best dishes.
Oh, interesting.
Oh my god.
Master Chef.
He's a fucking content genius.
Honestly, he doesn't age.
Okay, I'm really sorry, but I had to think about it, and I realized we only have 2 headsets and 3 heads, so never mind.
Yeah, true.
But here's Arya's cool portable straightener.
Oh yeah. It's
It-
so extra, but
It has no wire, it just heats up, and then she, boom, does her bangs
Yep.
anywhere, anytime.
Yep.
Where do I get one?
Insane.
Online.
Amazon.
Amazon.
Yeah.
Amazing.
It's called USB portable hair straightener.
Gotta hit on my bro.
Are you taller than me?
Jeff Bezos.
No, I'm not.
Really?
You are taller than me by a little.
So how tall are you?
5'3" 3/4.
Isn't that what you said?
Yeah, but also I was that height when I was like 17, so I might have grown a bit.
I think you're 5'4".
Let's go.
Okay, we can try. Maybe we're the same.
I'm just gonna say you're the same.
Oh, sorry. Oh, Mimi's like, the fuck are you guys doing? Which one?
Oh god, it's like the same.
Like the same? We're the same? We're one and the same?
So around 5'4".
They're short.
Both of us. Ish.
No, but the thing is, I think...
Or 5'3" and 3/4.
I remember Kimmy was 5'4" and she's taller than me.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I remember.
Just because my shoulder's taller than her, maybe she has a taller head.
Taller head!
We're around 5'4", so that's that.
Happy New Year in Germany. All you EU people.
Happy New Year, EU.
Happy New Year.
EU. Just kidding. Love you guys.
Do Kevin makeup? Why?
I do want to someday.
Good. Thank you.
New Year's makeup. I think you're afraid of having your makeup done because you know you'll be a pretty girl.
Damn,
Chat,
she got
true
me.
or
She got me.
Truers.
right? I want another cat.
Yeah.
Yep. I started feeling too guilty every time I travel.
Mimi, you want a sibling? Oh.
Oh my gosh, she's so cute.
Let's go.
Mimi.
She said no. I'm just kidding.
She said yes.
Wait.
What?
Are cats possessive?
Baby.
Like, if you were to get another cat, would she get jealous?
She could be. That's what I'm not sure of.
Mm-hmm.
Bang bang.
I think she might react poorly in the beginning,
Yeah,
but
then
once
they
you
get used to
leave,
it.
she's like, wait,
It's mine.
yeah,
Yeah.
mhm. This is all I have.
Mm-hmm.
How are your kitties?
Amazing, they're so cute. Actually, I have a picture to show you guys.
She has the most adorable kittens.
I was trying on dresses, and then this little guy stands right next to me. Stands up, meerkat style. Yeah, he literally standing on 2 feet while I'm watching
You need
the
to show
You need to
them.
show.
That's so fucking cute.
Okay, so I don't want to show them my feet, but like context, I am wearing a dress and I'm trying out dresses, and then this little guy stands right up next to me in the mirror like that, meerkat
so
style.
Cute.
And he's literally tiny because look, that's the size comparison. He's a
so
little snowball,
tiny.
just like boop. So cute.
Adorable.
Very adorable. And they're very curious, so like they follow you everywhere. It's adorable.
Another one. But technically, if I have 2, what's to stop me from getting 5?
That's what I'm saying. Ugh,
Like theoretically speaking,
for reals.
right?
That's a lot of cats.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a lot of love.
I forget, are you a cat person or a dog person?
I was a dog person until I met her.
So are you
She a
are you
bad
still a dog person or
I'm
are
a
you
cat person now.
Aww.
converted another one?
Mostly out of convenience.
Yeah,
Oh.
I think people that consider themselves dog people don't realize how
It's a lot of
low
work.
maintenance a cat is.
It's a lot of work being a dog person.
Dog person out of allergies.
Aw.
Ragdolls are hypoallergenic.
I had
And
severe
fucking-
allergies to cats, and then overexposure helped a lot.
Damn.
But
Is
then,
that a thing?
yeah, it is a thing, 100%. So, but the
Yeah.
problem is when we went to New York for a week,
Yeah.
I came
Oh,
back, my
yeah.
allergies came back. Like I was
Yes,
like
I've
dying
heard
for the
that.
next 3 days, but
Maybe my mom is right then, cause she keeps feeding me like. I have like a nut allergy slightly. She keeps feeding me nuts.
oh, my sister, same thing. My sister was which one? You want this? Oh.
Nut.
And I'm also like allergic to like pitted fruit, like peaches, plums, and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Like I'll get itchy.
Yeah.
But she keeps feeding me them.
Yeah.
She's like, oh no, you eat more and it'll get better.
Yeah.
Like you'll stop being allergic. I'm like, I'm not.
No, my sister was allergic to eggs, and my dad straight up was like, I am not raising a daughter allergic to eggs. So he fed her eggs.
To kill you.
Oh,
Oh.
wow, that's a
Cue in the K-drama music.
novel idea.
That's some plot right there.
Yeah.
Dun dun
She
dun.
doesn't want to split whatever inheritance comes out of her. To
Oh
me.
no no
Oh
no.
my god. Parasite all over again.
No, I kind of want to rewatch that movie. It was so
Parasite?
good. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
I don't know.
Wow.
I'm not a fan of the whole shock factor type
Wow.
Oh, at
thing.
the end.
Yeah.
That whole Tarantino
The birthday. Yeah. Oh god.
Oh, that was a bit extra true, but the rest of it was really good.
There's a new movie out on Netflix with Gong Yu, which was the guy in Squid Games.
Oh, I know Gong Yu.
The guy that offered the main character to play the game at the subway station. He's the lead actor.
Isn't he
in
the
this
one that
new
everybody thinks is so handsome
Yeah.
and he's
He's
like,
also,
he
like,
looks younger than he is
He's
or
like
something?
50 something.
He's 50.
I'm pretty sure he's.
He looks.
I want to be. No, I'm kidding.
I want to be.
But
50
I want to
looking
age
like
gracefully
that.
like that for real. Mhm.
But I'm not Asian, so I know I won't.
Girl, you're
How old is
fine.
he? He's 42. Sorry, I lied. I lied out of my ass. He's 42. But still, for a 42-year-old, like that's impressive.
True.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
It's called The Silent Sea. It's like a thriller
No,
space movie thing.
I don't.
No.
I don't fuck with anything scary. Actually, in a group setting, I could, but just be wary if I scream like.
Or like hit somebody in the head.
Oh no, I'm not physical, but I do scream really loud, and people have told me that they're more scared of me than the actual movie itself because I do be prematurely screaming sometimes too. Sorry, just happens. I don't mean it.
It's okay. It's part of the entertainment, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, he's 42. He's still young. What about what's your guys' take on the whole like is like 30s the new 20s, 40s the new 30s kind of thing.
I hope so.
I think
Copium.
due to widespread poverty, essentially,
I was
yes.
going to say corona.
Also, corona.
Yeah, can we
No.
just like -2 everyone's age? Anyone vote on that, please? Can we vote on that? Because I can't. Where did all our years go?
Because from what I read, like, so I think it's specifically to like the female body, it was like after you're a certain age, it becomes difficult to conceive, and like that was a whole
Freeze
deal.
your eggs.
And like now with modern medicine, with like how good our diets have gotten, and like all the analyses, all the
true.
data points, you know, just the quality of food itself being better than it was before. I think a lot of things have changed in terms of that, where now women
I
can
feel like-
be less afraid to conceive past like 30, maybe into like their late 30s even.
I think there's a couple other things to consider. I mean, for starters, quality of food in America, most of the food that we eat nowadays is processed, so who knows how that'll
Who
impact
knows,
us in like
right.
40 years. And then the other thing to consider is not just that like technology has improved so we can have kids later. You're just smiling at her, licking Mia. But I think also the fact that like literally because of equality, women don't just need to be birthing machines.
Oh, yeah.
Like we can have goals aside from having 4 kids. And I think that's really nice. And that probably is another reason why like 30s seem to be the new 20s. But I think the biggest reason why that is because these things have been ongoing for like the last, let's say, like 40 years. I think the biggest reason, in my opinion, that people say that nowadays is because people in their 20s are just like riddled with debt and don't make much money, which really sucks. But that's a larger issue to discuss.
I see.
I don't want to have kids yet.
That's okay.
It's okay.
You don't have to.
No,
You're 27. Relax.
Okay.
It's okay. It's okay, honey.
How many kids do you want?
2.
2?
Two.
Maybe
Two?
3.
2,
1
maybe
to 3.
2. But if I have 2 boys, then I'll try for a girl.
What if it's 3 boys?
Then I'm happier.
Really?
I want a girl just to like
You want 3
have-
boys?
I think I will love
Oh
my
my
sons
God.
to death. I just
That's
want.
so cute.
I love. Yes, I think this idea of having sons, but apparently isn't it kind of genetics like with your family?
Oh, yeah. A little
We
bit.
are mostly women in my family, like a lot of girls.
Okay. I think I would want a daughter.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's it? That's cute.
We're so opposite.
Oh my god, just one daughter.
Oh yeah. I would get
Maybe
too
2
worried.
daughters.
I would get too worried for my daughter.
You're one of the only people I've ever met that's an only child.
Oh, is that true?
Yeah. How do you feel about growing up as an only child? Did you like it? Do you wish you had siblings?
I mean, I'm weird, so I don't know if I account for everyone else that's the only child out there.
What an Aquarius thing to say.
But I think there
I'm
were phases
weird.
when I was like a really young
I'm
child.
sorry.
My parents would like jokingly, unjokingly ask me if I wanted a sibling. And then there were times when I said no, and there were times when I said yes. I think growing up, as I got older, what I realized was if I had an older sibling that came before me, that would have been really convenient, just because of college and growing up and puberty and whatever. But I honestly wouldn't mind a younger sibling as well, because then I could take care of them. And you know, make sure that they have their best chance of doing things that maybe I made mistakes on.
That can also just be your kids, though.
But yeah, that can be my kids. So I'm not too like ever hung up on the fact that I'm an only child. I think I rather enjoyed it, because you know I talk to myself and right that's something.
I wish I had an older sibling or brother, because I had all the burdens of being like the oldest child and doing everything for the house, whether it be like fixing something, calling up like a customer service rep or internet tech stuff. It was all me. And even when my younger sister like failed doing something, it was my fault, you know, because I had to take responsibility for her and her actions too.
Damn.
So yeah, the second I moved out was actually when my sister like realized my role, because then she had to take on everything, and she was like, "Dang, it sucked being you." Like she understood.
Maybe that's why you're good at caring for people.
Maybe, but at the same time, thinking back, I'm like, I wish I had a brother.
I do think you oftentimes prioritize others more than yourself. Maybe you're used to it from how you grew up. Aw.
But
But I appreciate that about you, and I think you have found a lot of people in your life who won't take that for granted, and who will give you the same energy, you know?
Yeah.
This is supposed to be about them. Why are you telling
However, I think that this is so different depending on the household. For example,
true.
I grew up with an older brother. All we did was fight. And I mean, now we're homies, so it's cool. But growing up, all we did was fight. And it was annoying because my brother always got to do more shit than me. Like, he was 3 years older than me, so I would literally memorize, like, okay, you're in the 10th grade right now, and mom and dad let you come home at 9 p.m. And I would wait 3 years, and I would be in the 10th grade, and I'd be like, you guys let him come home at 9 p.m. and I have to be home by 6? Like, legit. I'm citing my fucking... I'm citing my sources every fucking time. So it just it depends on your household, depends how you grew up.
That's so cute, though. Oh my god. Really cute.
Yeah, but I guess at the end of the day, we couldn't have it any other way. So hard to say.
I think me, only child. When I was younger, my parents cared a lot about stuff like that. Like my well-being, my safety, like what I did.
Oh yeah, I hear they do that a lot for the first child, and the second one they're like, you're good.
And then now after like high school, I guess since I went to college, they're kind of like, are you alive every once in a while, and then that's about it. So yeah, it changes.
Yeah.
It was the opposite for me. Well, they were strict on me, but then it was more so I became like addicted to games. So I never went out and stuff. So my sister would be like, why would you give her more money? She doesn't even go out. It's like, yeah, so she can like, you know, go out as like a bribe. My dad used to give me more money and ask me to like go to the mall and stuff because he was like concerned that I was inside playing games. My sister would get so mad.
For me, actually, like, because of like curfew and my friends oftentimes wanting to do things that I wasn't allowed to do, my copium was like I would stay inside and play games because like what else is fun to do when you're inside, really?
Aww.
Yeah. So that's also how I started streaming in high school.
Cute.
Pog.
Pog pog.
Pog. Do you know if we'll be cooking at my place soon? Because I'm pretty good to end stream whenever you guys want.
What time is it?
I thought you said
no,
9.
wait, it's 3:30. Yes. So you guys, like,
our
you could
cooking
come
stuff
back,
is
you could do whatever.
fast.
Okay.
But then at the same time, yeah, what are
I
you
only
planning to
leave
do?
the house
till
if
then?
I'm getting paid to.
I'm good for whatever you
Same.
want.
Freaking
I'm good for
same.
anything too, girl. I just like the company because I'm on my period and I'm a little pissy bitch and I would like to not be, so I'm around people.
Yeah, but you're on your period, so like, what do you want? You know, tell us your desires.
I already got my desires. I'm right next to you. Did someone just say TMI because I said I was on my period? I'm on my period, 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 I'm on my period.
She's on her period.
Blood.
Gushing out of her vagina. It's actually her uterine lining. So if you think about it, she's gushing out pieces of her insides, like meats and organs and stuff. So it's more than just blood, and it's coming right at chunky. Desensitize the chat. I'm really trying.
Me too, Arya. Nice.
Yeah.
Our uteruses.
Synced up,
Yeah,
let's
in
go.
sync. They're
In
talking
sync.
to one another.
In sync.
In sync. Oh my god. I actually don't really
Chunks
know
nice.
In sync songs.
Could you imagine if guys also had periods?
I always
I
wish
wish.
they would. Like, imagine
Please.
bleeding out of your balls.
Feel some pain so you understand what we're going through.
Do you think the world would be a more equal place?
They would be nicer.
Because you know how so much of the world's problems come from just like historical indifferences and inequalities between female and male
And different races.
and different races, right?
Mhm.
And even within
What if
races.
we had something that unified us, like periods?
Yeah. All it took was one, just guys having periods, and the world would be a better place.
Mhm.
Who knew? Who knew?
Agreed. I'm too far.
I'm trying to read everything.
Yeah, you gotta slow it down. Oh, let's go. Tampons would be free in that world. Oh my god, it's actually sad to think that if girls and guys both had periods, then yeah, they probably would be, but because it's only girls, we gotta pay for that shit.
Do you know if
Oh my god, hella people say that.
does it cost a lot of money?
I mean, it happens monthly, so yeah.
No, as in like to produce.
Oh, I don't know.
Is it like a thriving industry? Is there research on this? Because of people like Arya and the female population out there needing to buy
That's
things like
cash money,
this,
bro.
is it a thriving industry? Do we know?
I'd like some of y'all's advice, as you seem to have good friends. I always see my group of friends going out places and I'm never invited, except for my closest friend, Syrian. I like Syrian a lot, but some others in the group I don't click with, and I'm sure they feel the same way. Sometimes they're really blunt and I can tell they don't like me and are only hang out with me inside of school because of a common friend. How do I go about trying to fix it without ruining the whole group?
Huh.
I mean, you can't force people that don't vibe together to vibe.
Yeah.
So,
I think two things. One, like decide whether it's even worthwhile to force that or to kind of just put up with each other when you're around each other. Two, if you really feel like it would be that helpful to really truly get along, yeah, just see if you can garner similar interests. I feel like there are a lot of people that I don't genuinely vibe with that if I tried really hard, I could get along with.
right.
But that doesn't mean that like I'm really gonna enjoy myself that much. But you can learn to be a more versatile human being if that makes sense.
Or be just
Easier
all
to get along
around
with.
pleasant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
pleasant. Like,
Pleasant,
don't,
plump.
yeah.
I would say two things here. One, you should talk to Syrian, and if you value Syrian as a friend, I think it would be better to discuss
Yeah, get their opinion.
how you feel about the rest of the friends that you guys are hanging out with. Maybe that you're uncomfortable and whatnot. Be honest with Syrian, and see how Syrian goes about it. And then the other one is more of a general advice: is that, yeah, you're not gonna like everyone in the world, and not everyone's gonna like you. Unfortunate truth. But you do sometimes have to learn to deal with the people that you don't like, especially in like
Exactly.
a workplace or like any other kind of close-knit setting where you have to be around people you don't like. And
This is a good way to practice.
it's a good way to practice. It's a good way to kind of like make sure you're safe, safeguard yourself, but
Yeah.
not so much that like you're not giving as well.
Right.
So yeah.
Facts, no printer. Would guys use condoms or tampons if they had periods? I guess it depends on how the hypothetical period blood would come out.
I've seen diapers for guys where it's just like padding in the front. Like thicker cotton padding in the front.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah, yeah.
my
Well,
Lord.
we'll go meet your parents together. Don't worry.
I love when people use the word cozy. It makes me feel cozy.
Oh my god, you do that too? You give subs when you see
When
you
I
like
like
what
see-
they
Yeah.
say?
You
oh my
do
god.
that?
I do that.
Let's fucking go.
But it'll be something stupid like, Arya, you look 18. I'm like, oh, stop.
All right, you look 18.
Don't say that ever again. I'm kidding.
You IRL versus you online. Props a condom. That actually sounds so
Whoa.
It's like a little Santa hat.
You laugh now, but yeah, imagine.
Wait, what? I'm not a guy though. I'll never know.
That's true.
a little Santa hat. How are you? You look 19.
This isn't my stream though, so.
Did you get that?
Do I have an actual girlfriend? No.
Only Twitch.
Only Twitch chat.
Or did you cheat on someone else because you were... Oh, have you ever gotten cheated on or did you cheat on someone else?
I've gotten emotionally cheated on, but I've never cheated.
Cheating's bad.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Don't do that shit.
Kevin, you look 35.
Pokey, you look 9.
Wow.
No for me either, I think. I've been
Cheating is
kind of
bad.
lied to about that. Well,
Well,
I guess
if
maybe
it's lied to,
technically,
then that's
yes.
emotional cheating, right?
I guess that's true.
Yeah, I've been emotionally cheated on. twice.
Like, I was seeing this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, I've never told this story. I was seeing this guy,
Uh-huh.
and you know that part of like where you're talking before you're actually dating?
Mm-hmm.
And he told me that another girl confessed her feelings towards him,
Uh-huh.
but he rejected her and told her that he liked me.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, that's really sweet. Like,
Mhm.
kind of adding legitimacy to us talking.
Right.
And then, like, 2 years later, I talked to the girl, and she was like, oh, no, actually, we, like, kissed, and we were gonna hook up, but then I, like, stopped it because I thought it would be, like, BM2.
That is straight up
And
cheating.
I was like, oh.
That is emotional cheating.
And then, this is the best part. I went to him, and I told him, and I was like, oh, like, you basically lied to me. Like,
Yeah.
you told me that nothing happened, and you just rejected her.
Yeah.
And he was like, why do you care? It was so long ago.
What an asshole.
It's like the worst lie I've ever heard.
Ew.
Yeah, but now I can laugh. Because that's so idiotic. Why do you care? I cheated on you 2 years ago. Forget about
Yeah,
it.
why do you care?
That's not even a valid
Nice.
argument.
What do you think, Stevie?
Ew.
Fucking
Exactly.
insane.
Exactly.
Disgusting shit.
Exactly. There you go. There you go.
Let's go.
Yeah, no.
Forget about it.
No, communication is key. I always get myself into trouble. I don't want to blame myself, but definitely the 2 times I was emotionally cheated on was the same reason. They're like, well, we feel like we don't have a girlfriend. I say we because they both said the exact same words. I feel like I don't even have a girlfriend. I'm like, okay, then.
Because you're such an independent ass bitch.
But
You just need someone who's cool with that.
I need someone who's cool with that, or at least can talk to me and tell me like, hey, I know you've been obsessed with baking. Can you take some time to, I don't know, talk to me? But I don't know. Maybe they feel bad like stopping my grind, or maybe they feel bad, or maybe they
Either
feel
way,
scared.
they shouldn't resort to that. So.
Yeah. So what they do is they find another girl to talk to, and yeah, I find out later, or they feel bad about it and they tell me. So.
That's so cute.
And I'm like, is this supposed to like spark up like a jealousy or
Oh my god.
Yeah,
that's
but-
so true.
But I'm
actually.
like, I think you just emotionally cheated on me, and
some
you're
dudes are so
hoping.
fucking crazy. They'll think that telling you that
Yeah.
they're cheating on you will make you jealous. It makes
Yeah,
you
and I'm
angry.
like, I'm not jealous. I think you're just an idiot.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's such a weird way to go around it.
I don't know.
Korean girls are so sexy. Wow.
Thanks.
Who you? Who?
You think you're a girl?
Or they think you're Korean. What the fuck?
Nah, dude. Maybe it's just a a statement. Period. I'm Vietnamese.
Oh, that's so cute. Happy New Year. The vibes in the chat are really nice. They really are. What are your guys' combined age? 77. Quick math.
16.
Sheesh.
16.
No, that's wrong. Oh my god, I thought you were gonna question my math.
It's 69.
It's 77.
It is.
Let's go. Kevin is a nice Korean girl.
Wait. You know who?
Min, yeah. He's very, very good football player. Ton of
What if you
Oscars.
cheat on someone that cheated? Just have an open relationship
my
and call it a
gosh.
day, bro.
Have an open relationship? Yeah, I guess so. Oh,
Yeah.
can't relate.
Wait, you say that like you can?
No, I can't.
Oh.
I can't. I think
I would love to hear from someone in an open relationship. I think those things are so
they're
interesting.
interesting. They're
They are
interesting.
so interesting.
But when I think about it for
An
myself, I
open
don't think I
relationship?
can do it.
Can y'all say the same word but with your native language? That's so interesting. Oh, I
Okay,
like that.
sure.
Okay, chat, say a word.
Say a word for us to say.
Open relationship.
I don't know how to say that in my language.
Relation ouverte.
Oh, I don't know how to say it. I don't even know how to say relationship.
There isn't really a word for it.
Blood.
Blood?
Blood.
Yeah.
Oh.
Pee.
Really?
Yeah.
I think us is Mao.
Pee.
Sang.
Oh. Cool.
Chicken. Poulet.
Yeah.
Huh?
닭.
Tak.
닭다리.
Takdari.
닭. It's just 닭.
닭다리.
닭.
Tak.
Ga. Tit ga. Con ga.
Ga.
Yeah.
Yeah.
G-A. Mm-hmm.
Poulet.
Poulet.
Potato.
Potato. Kwai.
Kwai?
Yeah.
Patat.
That's so cute!
But
Oh my god, that's so
Patat.
cute!
so cute.
Patat. Yes, kamja.
감자.
What do you think about me?
Memes? What do you think about memes? Dude, what are memes? I love memes.
Patat.
Sounds like the minion from Despicable Me.
I don't think I ever watched that.
Oh.
Hey, Pokey, I recently fell in love with this Stomp, who's heavily coveted. He has short blonde hair, blue eyes, and can prep a chicken from scratch like no other. Sometimes he's mean to me in the kitchen, though, and calls me worthless. What do I do? Excuse me?
Wait, is that Gordon or? Pretty sure that's Gordon.
I was about to tell her,
Oh.
leave the
Oh
relationship.
my god.
It's Gordon, though, so, like, marry him.
But he's married with kids.
Just because there's a goalie doesn't mean
Open
you can't.
relationship.
No! I don't stand for this!
I'm playing. Only because it's Gordon, though, you know?
Literally you with the cutout of him in the back. I
It's some
can't.
disgusting shit. You think? Caca dégueulasse.
Caca is poo?
Yeah. You didn't know?
No.
Caca is poo. I mean, there might be another word, but...
What's disgusting in Vietnamese?
Like dirty.
Dirty, yeah. So, guk yo yai or something. I don't know.
I-
Oh,
Yeah,
whoa!
yeah.
You're really good at pronouncing Vietnamese.
Disgusting shit. 어디서 disgusting한 냄새가 나요.
Got him.
That was mostly English.
Dude, I know it's this guy's first time hearing it because he pogged. I met 2 girls on Bumble, and one told me she was talking with her ex, so I treated her as a friend and went out with the other like 3 times already. But today the first girl was flirty with me. I was pretending to be oblivious of the flirt attempts, but she wants to meet tomorrow. But I already developed some feelings for the second girl. I don't want to hurt the first girl. Should I just say directly to her when I meet her tomorrow? Just don't meet her, bro.
Just don't meet her.
Do not meet up with someone just to reject them.
Yeah.
Wait,
Just say-
wait.
Huh.
I'm so confused. Like this has happened multiple times right now. So like, do people go on dating apps to meet friends?
No, there are. I have
Wait,
I
really?
have a friend.
It's called a dating app, though.
Right, but it's because I think they just like the interface and they know a lot of people use it, so that
That's
it has
so
like
weird.
popularity within the app, so they could find like a certain type of person.
That sounds like such a cheating excuse.
It
Honey,
is.
I saw your Tinder profile. Oh, I'm just trying to make friends. Don't worry.
It is.
Crazy.
Anyway, sorry. That's,
It is,
I was
but I
so
have.
confused
What I'm
now.
trying to say is there are people that do use it to find friends.
Interesting.
It could be a
I will
find
say,
friends
though-
and more, but
Probably not Tinder. Maybe like Bumble or
What
Hinge
a
or whatever.
weird like.
But yeah.
Yeah, that's such a. Is that like a generation difference even between us?
I
and
I mean, to be fair, in like COVID, in internet ages, how else are you gonna? make
I
friends?
honestly think it's the
Maplestory?
it's the interface. It's like you literally can be exposed to a bunch of people and
very quickly.
like shooting them a message really quickly. Like
Yeah.
that's what I mean though. It's I don't think it's like not as
That's a cool
uncommon
bag.
as you think. Thank you, Lauren Tsai collab with Marc Jacobs. I love it very much. I literally
know,
told
I
myself
use
I
it all
would
the
use it
time.
until there's a hole in it, and there is a hole in it, but I'm still using it.
Lauren Tsai, cool person.
Yeah, I bet.
Very good artist.
Yeah.
Oh, well, my best friend has a crush on my boyfriend, and she started dating one of my guy best friends to try to make me jealous. Whenever I do anything flirty, she gets hella mad.
She ain't your best friend no more.
Yeah, that's not your bestie and a Tessie, bro. Get her the fuck
that
out of here.
is a potential homie hopper, and I'm not about it.
Don't do it.
Homie hopper.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, they got words for everything.
Mm-hmm. That's weird, champ. Material girl.
That's a snake. Yeah, that's a snake.
Thanks very much. Oh, cute.
Oh.
I saw a couple questions about coming out to parents, but I just feel like I have no advice. I'm so sorry. I don't know if
Yeah.
you guys do, but I really don't.
I don't because
There's
I have,
some great videos on
Yeah.
YouTube, though. I highly recommend watching those.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, we do not have advice.
Mm-hmm.
Best of luck, though.
Best of luck, YouTube.
We know you can do it.
I was dating a girl for a while and we broke up about 5 months ago, but a lot of things remind me of her and just ends up hurting me. All my friends told me to just take time. It would get better, but evidently it hasn't. Bro, 5 months is, is fine. And she broke up with me over text, acting all nice, but then went and talked trash about me to her friends, who then came after me and accused me of not putting enough effort and making her cry.
Okay, now write everything that you just said, that second part, and put it in bold. Print it out. Read it to yourself.
Oh my
again,
god,
and
facts!
again, and again,
Tell
and
him!
again.
Isn't it kind of weird that she did that?
Yeah, like just keep on
Kind of weird.
counter the good with the bad is what I like to say.
Yo, is it crazy that sometimes when I want to get over someone, I make a list of all the shit I hate about them?
No, it's not crazy at all, Pokey. It is very real.
Kevin thinks it's crazy. I can see
No, because at the end of the day, there are going to be people that mesh with you better, compliment you better, want to grow with you, be part of your team, and accept one another. So if they're treating you like shit, yeah. Remind yourself they
What's
treat
that
you like shit.
Treats me like shit. Lied to me.
Yeah.
Doesn't give me blue buff ever.
Makes you
whatever
feel like
it
shit.
is. Like whatever it is. For real.
Not the caca. Anything but the caca.
Not the blue buff.
Not the blue buff, bro.
For real.
Hello, guys. Asexual design is sex revolting. Oh wow! If it involves me and I'm also really not keen on having a romantic relationship, since I usually push people away from it, I always tell myself I should have another person. I just feel so damn lonely all the time. Oh, okay.
Damn.
I don't want to assume because I'm not like a sexual identity gender expert. However, I am concerned that you find intercourse revolting. I feel like I can understand people not really being interested in it, but when I hear the term revolting, I imagine that there's a reason that you have come to feel that way. If so, that might be something that's worth exploring in therapy.
I'm pretty sure there are professionals that
Yeah.
deal with this kind of.
Yeah. I don't want to say too much because, I'm just not an expert, but I recommend talking to a therapist. I feel like they'll have better suggestions for you than we will because we haven't been in that situation.
Oh.
Holy Aria, say hi to me.
Hello.
My girlfriend of 3... This one? My girlfriend of 3 years just broke up with me 2 hours before New Year's. I was going to propose next year. I'm distraught.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, can I also just say, if someone breaks up with you out of the blue, I understand it's shocking as fuck, but don't you think that makes them kind of a shit person?
Yes.
Huh? Oh my god, Chriselle, yes!
Yeah, like getting blindsided?
Yes!
Yeah. That's
fucked up. But also, it's just another bullet point on your list.
Someone said date her mother.
I mean, if she's available.
Date her best friend. No, I'm kidding.
Date her sister.
No.
And her mother.
Oh god.
And her dad.
Oh no.
Date the whole family.
And her grandma.
Oh god.
Yeah, and then anytime you break up with a family member, just date another one. Be like, you think you're getting rid of me that easily?
I literally just saw this thing. I think it was proven to be fake, but some guy had plastic surgery, changed his identity just so he could date the same girl. Yeah. But I think it turned out to be fake.
Yo, if your dude's not ready to do that, he's not the one.
Oh god.
Yo.
Yeah. Maybe the story was true, but the images were not.
This reminds me of a great movie, a great Korean classic film.
Really?
Called The Beauty Inside. I don't know if you guys have watched.
Mm-mm.
So it's obviously a fantasy tale, but this guy is just like a woodworker. He makes furniture, very talented furniture maker.
Wait a sec. Keep on going.
And
Low-key,
he
I think I
has
know
this
this.
condition where every now and then his entire appearance as a person changes to somebody else. Gender, sex as well, like female, male.
Wait,
male,
I think
female,
I've watched this.
Child, old person.
Yes,
anyone
I've
can
watched
go
this.
and watch
I've watched this. Yeah.
And he finds this girl at this warehouse where they sell furniture that he also produces furniture for, and he's he falls in love with her. He has this huge crush on her, but obviously because of his condition, you can't how is he gonna do this, right?
Yeah.
He proposes or asks her out on a date one day, and then he looks like someone completely different the next. It's catastrophe, right? So he finally chooses this day when he has a couple days. He thinks that he'll look like this same person, good-looking appearance, and asks her on a sushi date. They have a great time, and then he disappears because he's now a looking person. And this story goes on, and it's about the love that comes between the two, how they deal with like this weird appearance condition thing. Really, really good movie, but also referring to the thing that we were just talking about, like
That sounds so interesting, and I don't want to ruin the vibe or whatever, but hypothetically speaking, if you fell in love with the person that you went on a date with, and he's like a attractive man or whatever, but then the next day he's like a 5-year-old girl, are you then a pedophile?
anyway, moving on.
How do they work around this in the movie? I need to know.
Like it's difficult because I don't want to give away too much of the movie. You
Like,
guys should definitely watch it.
He has to
because-
have. He has like a save point, right, or like a
Yeah,
natural lifeline. Or
There's
like
there's a way this all gets resolved in the end, and their love is
he drinks the
all
magic
good
juice.
and whatever.
Stops the-
But
or true love's kiss, and
Yeah.
he's back to normal.
the movie's very good though. They even actually made a remake as a Korean drama not that long ago. Same title, Beauty Inside. This time where the girl is the one that changes appearance and the guy is like.
Oh.
Anyway,
Interesting.
but the movie's really good. You guys should watch it.
Nice.
I'm sure there's a lot of storylines very similar to this though too.
How do we say juice in our native languages?
Juice.
Yeah.
주스.
Jus.
I actually don't know juice because it's like apple juice. Like you would call it apple water. Orange juice, you would call it orange water. You'd be like nước táo, nước cam. Yeah, it's not like because nước is water.
That's so funny.
Táo is apple.
How do you say
nước
ice
táo.
cream? Crème glacée.
아이스크림.
Garam.
Got him?
Yeah.
Oh, got it.
Garam. Yeah, I think
That
so.
sounds so good.
I think so.
Oh,
Bing,
Bing chilling.
Bing chilling.
早上好
glace.
Bing chilling.
大家好. Oh my god, you can speak a little bit, right?
That's such a funny meme.
It's glace, not crème glacée. Well, I guess that's just what I grew up calling it.
Crème glace.
I mean, yeah, like people would understand that.
American juice.
No, I want to see the paragraphs, but I want it to be really, really specific and perplexing.
I have a friend that I used to work with. She was my supervisor. She would always tell me that she wouldn't add me on social media because she doesn't want people to find out we were friends outside of work. However,
What?
she would always go back and forth adding me on Insta and then taking me off and using the same excuse about work, so it would mess with my feelings a bit. Now I don't work there and she does the same thing. I don't understand it. What do you thought?
Okay, there's a really good piece of advice that basically sums it down to if you're left confused, then it's not meant to be.
Is it like in a romantic sense though? Is he asking? Or is
Doesn't
it like
matter.
in
Even as a
friendship?
friend, that's
Yeah.
fucked up to do. Like
Yeah.
to make them question, you know, where you're at in the friendship. That's kind of weird.
Agreed.
I wouldn't want someone that's like always on the fence about me. Like one day wants me, one day
Agreed.
doesn't. Like
Agreed. Sorry.
people should celebrate being your friend.
Agreed. They should flaunt that shit. Let's
Flaunt
go.
that she. Be
Let's
proud
go.
of that she.
How do y'all say, what up, baby? Take me out to dinner in your language.
Bing bong.
Qu'est-ce qui se passe?
Oh my god.
Amène-moi pour dîner. Oh, qu'est-ce qui se passe, bébé? Amène-moi pour
Stop.
dîner.
Please. I can't do this. Not in my own language.
Let's go.
I don't even know
I don't
how.
know if
Yeah, that's just
Yo, that's some
weird.
weak sauce shit. What are you guys noobs in your native language?
Well, I mean, I don't think I'd like do that. Like take me out to dinner in
It sounds
Vietnamese.
so cringe if you say it in Korean.
Yeah, I think in
I
Vietnamese
mean-
too. Like it doesn't sound
you
hot.
think it doesn't sound cringe in French? Excuse me?
Like baby would be like eggia.
A baby for us would be like
Eggia?
Eggia.
Oh my god, like eggia?
Eggy is like baby,
I don't know
like
that
actual
many,
physical baby, but
like,
if you were to like
Vietnamese
call somebody
Yeah.
baby, it would be like eggia.
곱금.
저녁 먹으러 나갈래? That's so weird. 저녁 먹으러 나갈래? That phrase in itself is like, do you want to go have dinner? That's fine. But the fact that I have to
No,
preface it
what
with
up, baby?
eggia is so cringe.
Cục cưng ơi, đi muốn đi ăn đêm không? Shit, something like that.
I never felt for it. Send me the Addy. Oh my god, wait, I need to share this because I don't know if I've talked about this much on stream, but you guys have both seen this. We do this thing sometimes where we all hang out as a group, mainly on my couch, and
Okay. I'm thinking.
we screen share my phone to the massive TV in my living room, and we scroll through TikToks as a collective.
Yes.
And if you've never done that with your friends, it is one of the most mindlessly entertaining activities you
We
could
did it
possibly
for like
do.
2 hours. It
Please
was so
try
easy.
that. Please try that. You like time passes by so fast. You're all just
Yep.
laughing at the same shit together. It's
Yeah.
great.
It's just as fun as going through Vine compilations on YouTube.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
Very fun.
Step 1, have friends.
I heard you could like borrow some on Fiverr or something.
You
Oh,
mean,
Did
no.
you know?
Tinder, or-
Did you know? No. Like you can actually like.
But you have to buy
pay
them.
people. You could like pay e-girls to play with you. I think.
Yeah, the $5 per match thing.
So how much do you think I could potentially make?
Does anyone want to pay for Kevin to hang out with?
Yeah,
them?
it's a good side hustle. Let's do it.
I'll start at 1 guild.
Oh, professional cuddlers. I've seen that on like
Facts.
Craigslist.
Yeah. We. Oh my god. $30 a game.
$30 a game? Bro, you trying to lose?
You got to
For
speed run.
$30?
사랑해.
Aw. That's not to me, right?
No, he said to Arya Poki. Wait.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Oh, you can read that. That's
I
so
can read
impressive.
Korean. I can
Kevin,
read
what
Korean.
if I take you out to dinner? Ooh.
Take me out to dinner.
Where though? McDonald's?
Nah, I don't care.
Aww.
I'm down. We can go to dinner. I'll buy dessert.
Oh my god. Like, get a room.
My best friend just told me he likes me and I don't like him back, and I told him now things are uncomfortable and I play Valo alone. Is there a way I can keep the friendship, or is it lost forever?
Girl. Okay,
Honey.
this is what I like to say. If they are not comfortable staying friends after, then girl, I'm sorry to say this, but they were not interested in being your friend from the get-go. They
Well,
were
I
interested
actually-
in one thing, and that was
I slightly disagree.
really? Why?
Yes, hear me out.
Okay.
I think sometimes people need time and space to get over their feelings.
Mm.
If you gave them that adequate time and space, and at no point in the future are they ever interested in being your friend again, then yes, they probably were only interested in dating you. But if the guy's like, no, I still want to be friends, I just need like time,
Okay.
a couple months, so that I can
No,
move
I
past
agree
this,
with
I think
that.
that's understandable.
I agree with that. I'm assuming that the communication's already there. Like he
Oh, I
would
get
say
what
that.
you
You know what I
mean.
mean?
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
like if he
Then
wanted
he was
time,
like,
then
I
he
don't
would,
want to
Right.
be your friend anymore then.
right. If he, like yeah. That's what I mean. Is if he straight up says, I don't want to be your friend anymore, then
Hi, my girlfriend just broke up with me minutes before our New Year's dinner, apparently because she fell in love with another man. Now I have nobody to celebrate with. Bro, what the fuck is up with people breaking up with other people on special
Are
occasions?
you guys okay?
No, they're not. They're broken up.
Oh my
Bro,
God.
actually, I remember breaking up with my ex like around December. I remember it was like around the 20th or something like that because it was like winter break. My mom was like, how could you be so heartless? Christmas is around the corner. At least spend Christmas with them before you break up with them. And I'm like,
I think it's like if you're breaking up a couple weeks before, maybe, but if you're breaking up like on Christmas Day, it's like, bitch, that's weird. In my opinion.
I gave him 4 days. Come on. I wasn't on Christmas.
Oh my lord.
But I do understand, I guess.
It's that Christmas spirit.
But sometimes they be doing shit and you really do realize it, and unfortunately you realize it on a day before Christmas. Fuck it. Like, whatever. You gotta live your life too. Every day counts. Every minute counts. Alright? If you yeah.
My friend thinks that someone likes me, but that person disagrees, and my friend says that disagreeing makes them more sus. I used to like that person, but now I like someone else. Help. What the fuck does that mean? Sorry.
Sounds like there's no communication.
Yep. I'll be moving to Canada next year to be with my fiance. What advice do you have about Canada? For context, I'm from the US. I love your Yo, you're just gonna have a good time. I have
Canada's
no
the
advice.
best.
You're gonna have
Enjoy
healthcare.
yourself.
I love Canada.
Hog. Oh, my biggest advice is like don't be afraid to like talk to people. Everyone's pretty nice and chill.
super
You're
nice
gonna
in
have
Canada.
poutine.
Hey
Tim
Pokey
Hortons.
and friends, I find it really hard to meet introverted girls in real life settings. I've been trying to use apps to find a girl that vibes well with me, but it feels like it's just not the right place to look. Any idea where / what setting I should be in to meet a more gamer / introvert lady? The other problem, Discord. The other problem, Discord servers, is I am also super into athletic stuff. Finding someone who likes games and fitness to the same degree has been even harder.
Fitness, but also introverted
And also into games.
I don't think that's as hard as you think, but
Yeah, I agree actually.
yeah, because I actually know a bunch of people that are like that.
Mm-hmm.
But
But how would you go about finding? Honestly, and probably good for you and your introverted self, is like your best bet is probably online somehow.
yeah, online, the gaming part comes first, and then I feel like the physical thing, like that sounds like a fun activity that you could always like suggest someone to like do. I don't know.
Are you into fitness?
That can come later.
Yeah.
Fitness dick in your mouth. Sorry.
Did I just hear that from you? I'll do it. I'll do it. Man.
Oh, this is so great because he's so much more normie than me, so I can do these jokes to him.
Bitch, you'll be doing it to me too. I don't know these things either. You're literally with a normie and the most gullible person in the world. So pick your poison. You affect both of us in the end of the
Are
day.
you going to TwitchCon? Like the next one?
I want to.
Are you going to go to BofaCon too?
What's BofaCon?
Bofa teeth and nuts. I can't even say it.
I'm sorry. It's gonna be okay.
Can you press it this time for me? Thanks.
I can't. Oh god. I'm sorry. I love you.
Yeah, I love you too. I really do.
I know because you put up with this shit. Paul, you're just.
Fuck.
To suck my god. Any other questions? Thoughts on thoughts on polyamory actually. Not even monogamy. Who the fuck cares about monogamy? Thoughts on polyamory.
I think it's interesting. I like watching stuff like that on TLC channel. But I can't ever see it for myself
¿Por qué?
because I just can't. I don't know. I like the idea of monogamy. I'm boring.
I don't think it's I wouldn't label yourself as boring.
Or traditional.
Traditional
Or-
maybe.
Yeah.
Who's Polly?
Poly? What?
Polyamory means being involved with numerous people at once, consensual.
What?
Oh, you're
Right, you
fucking
just-
memeing. I actually thought you didn't know.
Interesting concept, I guess.
Polyamaranth. I have her open on numerous tabs.
Wait, go back. Give that person a sub. That was so funny.
That was so funny. Someone please give them a sub. That was really
Numerous VODs open on numerous tabs.
funny. That's so funny.
Is that like a thing that can be legal?
Hmm.
I guess
Polyamory,
you
yes.
can't marry them though, right? Is the
Maybe
thing.
in certain states, actually. I'm not sure.
Yeah, wasn't there a show called like Sister Wives or something?
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you think if you are polyamorous,
Mm-hmm.
do you just like people? Or is it like you just really specifically like multiple women or multiple men?
I think you just like people.
I will actually. Hot take. I think it's when you really fucking like one person.
Okay.
Enough that you don't even give a fuck who else they're with.
Oh.
Yeah.
I could see it
That's-
both ways. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I watched this couple on YouTube. They're really, really great, really interesting. And
Yeah.
what I found really intriguing about the entire concept of polyamory is the way they frame it is like, I love you so much, I don't want to hold you back from any potential relations, sexual or otherwise, that you might encounter in life.
It's like I know you're so
And-
amazing that you deserve to be shared.
Almost, yeah. But obviously, like, I mean, to each their own, but to them, obviously, it's like we are the main people in the relationship, and we're like open and communicative about whatever else. Bless your soul. Yeah. Queenie deserved 2 boyfriends. I think personally that obviously it's a very, very risky thing. It's a very difficult thing to manage.
Mm-hmm.
And luckily, I am not inherently interested in like dating more than one person. Like one is enough for me.
Yeah, I feel like
But
sometimes I can't even give enough to one.
Yeah.
She.
But I'm trying to imagine like if I am so sure of feeling this way, can I imagine feeling the complete opposite? Can I imagine like being interested in being with lots of different people and also not feeling very attached to that?
Mm.
Damn, that's. Is it like commendable or like?
Right? It's hard to. It's also hard because like.
Like I would have a
I only
tough
have one
time with
experience.
one girl.
Like, what if it's just you living your best life?
Right?
What if you
Imagine
saw like
there's,
that?
I think
three.
that's how they try to see it.
Mm.
I'd go crazy.
Maybe a good.
But how about the
crazy?
opposite? What if you were
No.
one of 3? You know what I mean?
One of 3 guys.
Yeah, dating the same girl.
Oh, maybe.
Because if you
it's-
don't have enough time for one, then maybe that's the solve. Maybe that's the fix.
No, yeah, no, maybe that's the solve in both ways. You can each date 3 people and divvy your time up 3 different ways.
Yeah.
So you only need to give 30% to each other.
Actually, I know people like that.
Really?
Yeah, where there's like literally like a family tree. They're like, you know, this person with this person, but then that person's with this person, that person's like, you know, like it branches.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Zam.
I mean, yeah.
I feel like the most likely way, and again, just guessing, for polyamory to work is if 2 people are each other's like primary partners in a sense, and they just sleep with others sometimes. I think managing numerous like actual romantic relationships is likely very complicated. Imagine how much you would have to talk about your feelings.
Guys, is that our next react? We can watch Sister Wives.
Sister wives? What is that?
Yeah.
Yes.
The TLC show where
It's
like
a show about a dude that has like numerous wives,
Bro.
and they all like they're each other's sister wives.
Feel
Let's-
bad for that guy.
no, he looks like he's having a great time. Let's watch it. No shot.
Isn't that like Destiny and Melina's relationship? I think so. In polyamory, they all have to date each other. That sounds complicated as fuck.
Oh.
Like, it's so hard to be open and honest with one person. Imagine having to do that with like 4. And you have to talk about each other, like, you have to talk about the other people in the relationship too. Like, hey, are your feelings for Jessica developing so much that you like her more than me? Do
Yeah,
you want to
that
spend
sounds
weekends
hard.
with her now? Are you free
Ooh.
on this day or
Yeah.
prioritize?
I think
Oh
they
my
have days of the
God.
week. I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me, but I remember watching a little bit of Sister Wives, and then like one had like Tuesday and Thursdays or something.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah.
Sounds complicated.
Yeah, it sounds very complicated.
But regardless of what it is, I mean, yeah, I'm not one to judge, so
I don't judge. I just think it's more so
if
like
it works for you, so
just
but
be
it does sound-
respectful
Yeah.
of everyone, and I guess that's really all we need. Right?
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you think you could ever love someone so much that you would allot them that?
Allot them another partner.
Mm-hmm.
Me personally, no.
Mm-hmm.
Just yeah.
My self-worth would feel so horrible if it's
Aw.
divided. Yeah, I can't do it.
Yeah, I think I feel the same way.
If I had a stronger sense of self, maybe I could. But because for me, like, I would need my significant other to make me feel like very secure, or make me feel like I'm their priority, I'm their number one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think I could share.
And in the scenario,
Actually, that's really fair. Sorry, go
Sorry,
on.
I know. Just go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, because the way I want a relationship for me to develop is like we date and then ideally someday we get married and whatever. And it's like,
Right.
you can't part-time be married to someone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I would want like a full relationship, which is like full-time essentially.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I don't think it would work for me either. You were gonna say?
I was gonna say, like, if me specifically, that's not something I'd be willing to do. If my partner wants to, and that's something that they want to do, it's very tough, because then, like, you love this person, and so you
Mhm.
want to make sure that they get what they want and are happy with what they would like. but it goes against what you value and believe in. End of the day, like I said earlier, you know, you may love another person, but you also need to love yourself. And if that's not something you're willing to meet in the middle on, then yeah, you would have to walk away from it, unfortunately.
Aww. I'm sorry. Maybe that just means it's not meant to be.
Yeah.
I think it, like, nothing feels better than reciprocated love, and nothing feels worse than feeling like you like someone more than they like you.
That's all.
So.
Yeah. And don't feel bad because of... Okay, never
You
mind.
saw the message that said depends who's hitting it better, right? Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm
I
sorry,
thought that
I'm
would
like
do-
still not trained to not react to certain things if I shouldn't.
No,
but
you can. You should just call it out and then
it's
react.
just, some of these are so funny.
They're saying it to be
I'll be
funny,
right back.
for sure.
Do you guys need anything? Water?
I might get some more water.
Does your AC not come in this room?
I know, right? And like I'm blasting it. I'll turn it up some more.
No, I feel bad asking for that, but like,
No, I'll do it.
that doesn't sound right.
I know, right?
Happy New
I
Year.
think it's just the lights that are really hot.
Wait, we had another one.
Another what? Another nut bun?
Oh, yes.
You're nutting pretty fast there. Do you usually nut that fast?
Huh? No idea what you mean by that. Oh, they can't see. Oh. Never mind. That was pretty cute though. Mimi was interested in the nut. Okie dokie.
Are you gonna do anything different for the new year, you think?
No,
No?
just work harder.
Work harder?
Work
Okay.
hard, period.
Any new dishes we can look forward to?
No.
No?
I cook through vibes. If I just see something I like, I do it. But in general, I should be just like pumping more content, period.
Where do you see most of your stuff? Like, where do you get inspiration from?
Twitter?
Twitter. See, this is the problem. I'm not on Twitters. I have no
I
idea.
love Twitter.
I heard Twitter was so toxic, though.
I don't know. People say that, but I don't really go into that side of things. My Twitter is very nice. Very sweet community and lots of tasty food. I also don't like go on Twitter to like read through the comments, you know what I mean? Unless it's like my content and I want to respond to the people that gave me my world. So that's totally cool, but
That's fair.
yeah, I don't seek out other like comments, if that makes sense. So I really like this
Can you
button.
please sit?
No.
And can I be there?
No.
Please?
No.
Please? Pretty please?
Nut. Nut.
What do?
We were having a nut off.
Oh.
I think she's better at it. No, mine's like vibrations. Stop. Now this is getting weird.
I think she was quicker, but you lasted longer.
What the?
Like, in the competition.
Pressing the nut button.
Yeah, I got to stand.
In regards to
Yeah.
Hey, yo.
my bad. That's all me. I meant in regards to the. What the fuck is this?
I don't know.
If your partner was bi, would you let him/her sleep with someone of the same gender? No, cheating is cheating, bro. I don't even think Kevin knows whether Kevin will stream or not, so
Yep.
if you want to follow him, you can just do that on Instagram. How do you deal with dating with the type of notoriety that y'all have? It must be hard finding a person who knows nothing about you, if that's what you're looking for, and not someone who knows more of you based on your...
Ooh, I like this.
Hot take.
Because I've already tried.
Go on.
I dated a viewer for 2 months, and it was the worst experience of my life. So I'm kind of biased to say it don't work. No, I hate telling the story. I've told it before, and it's horrible. But TLDR, like what we show you, how we're streaming, even if I stream really long freaking hours, it's still a small,
It's like
fraction
a
of my life.
facet of who you are.
Yeah, you really don't know who someone really is through just watching their content. And that's, yeah, so it was weird. It was really weird. It
Did
was
they
awful.
basically expect something of
Yes.
you and you felt like you had to live up to
Yes,
that?
yes.
all the
And then
time?
whenever I did not show them the side that they assumed, they would automatically make me feel bad, like, you're not that person I thought you were. Like, you're actually so much worse than, you know, what you portray yourself to be. Blah, blah,
What
blah.
the hell?
Like, too bad your fans don't know. Yeah, no, this was like a really toxic thing. But anyways,
Ew.
either way, it made me realize that, oh, I just kind of need someone that respects me as a human.
Oh my god, I love when girls reach that point in their life where they're like, I should date someone who respects
Yeah,
me.
and it's not even like so I've like talked to a very
crazy.
Isn't that a baseline?
no, so I've talked to a guy that's
You would
very
think.
like bruh like. So when I talked to him, he was like, "Oh, so you're just looking for a simp?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not looking for a simp. I'm literally just looking for someone that respects me, likes me, and like treats me right, and like let's have the
Isn't it
roles
crazy
reversed."
people think that's simping now?
Yeah, like let's have the roles reversed. I'm sure you would want someone that also respects you, likes you, treats you right.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like what? I don't. It's not like I want a simp. It's just I want someone that's nice and
Crazy
good
how-
to me. Like what the?
Crazy
Is that
how much
asking
the
for
bar
so
has
much?
Just fallen over the years.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
They
Like
say chivalry is dead.
sorry. Yeah, I've had a situation where I don't know what to call it. And not just guys, but even like random people in general that might know you.
I'd let Kevin disrespect me.
He'll disrespect you over at Instagram.com/comjakevin. There you go. Yeah, whether it's guys or girls, I've had people in my life like give me odd comments here and there, trying to insinuate that I'm like not the same on stream or off stream, and it's like literally someone just said come Kevin, what the fuck? And I'm like, when I'm on stream, like you have to be like energetic and you
Yeah.
try to be as positive as you can and like all this, and it's like as soon as you are sad or quiet in person, they're like, you're not the same.
Yeah.
It's like maybe I'm just chilling.
Yep.
Maybe I'm just vibing. Like it's
I just don't do well with expectations in general.
I-
So when
I
you're
don't
like
think anyone does.
So when you're like expecting
it's
so
like
much
if
from
you
me, I'm
dated
like,
an
ugh.
actor and you expected him to like, well, not one for one, but still.
Oh God! Can you shoot webs out of your hand now? Can you dominate me with that cape of yours? Just kidding. But anyways, yeah.
I think I'm a good example of somebody that like, you know, knows you guys as a personality online, like as a streamer, but also as like just an individual outside of it.
Yeah, when I met you the first few times, I couldn't tell how much you like knew about Twitch.
And like it's very different because when you're on a stream and you're like here entertaining your chat and like interacting with them and like doing what you do, it's a different kind of like environment, I would say, and that environment creates a certain type of character. Whereas in real life, it's real life, and you know they're real people, so they're not always
Treat
gonna
them as such.
be how they are in stream. It's very different.
I went out with a girl 3 years ago and I'm still hung up on her, but she and I have remained friends since. Should I completely cut her
3 years
off, or is it
ago.
okay to still like her deep down inside?
I think if it hurts you and it's preventing you from new experiences, giving other people a chance, I wouldn't say cut them off, but I do think you need to like revisit
Address
and
it.
address, what's that feeling, and you know,
I would address it as fuck.
move on or talk to her. See if it could happen again, because 3 years is actually a good amount of time for people to, I don't know, change or
Happy New Year,
I don't
Susu.
What products do I use in my hair? I don't use products. Sorry.
I just wake up like this.
I know. I
Just
know.
blow dry.
I know. I didn't do it. I just like wake up and then I like I zhuzh it and then it just comes out like this.
Zhuzh it.
Boom, boom, boom. How do I find a good group of friends? I've had really bad people in my life for 4 years now, and I've learned to get them out of my life, but now I'm friendless and super lonely.
Okay, couple things about that.
Mm-hmm.
At some point, when you are friends with these people and you actually enjoyed your time with them at some point, like in the beginning, I don't know, it's hard to say. Maybe you're just really freaking unlucky with the draw with people that come into your life, but sometimes I like to think the common denominator could be me. Like if I'm so unhappy all the time with the people I meet, and then
That's very reflective of you.
yeah, I do that at least.
Or self-reflective.
Self-reflecting. So whether it's like, not saying like you're not like a pleasing person or not like pleasant, I mean, but yeah.
Yeah, we talked about it earlier too, right? Where group of friends will come and go depending on where you're at in your life. You know, I think a good example would be if you had a core group of friends, maybe perhaps in high school or something, and then you guys all moved to different places or different places in life, college and beyond, different types of work. Even if you guys met as a group, you know, in your 20s and your 30s, you're gonna try and remember the good memories from high school days, and then after that, like the things that you're gonna talk about are so different now because life has taken you in so many different directions. A lot less common denominators in that sense for you guys to, you know, be friends over. So don't be afraid of finding different friends in different places in your life. I don't think necessarily just because they're a good friend they need to be that way continuously forever.
Also, if you feel like you're limited by, for example, the city that you live in, then maybe try to make friends online. I very much felt that way growing up. I grew up in a small city. There wasn't like such a large variety in people to befriend, to be honest. Like I still had a couple good friends, but no one that I felt like a super strong connection with. And it wasn't until later in life that I met other people that I felt that way, so.
Yeah, my closest friends were actually people from like Maple Story.
Yeah.
So online is definitely a thing.
A vibe. Hey, as someone who has a mixed ethnicity, it's really hard to identify with a specific culture, especially when you have friends that are of single ethnicity, like Arab or Asian, and you end up feeling left out. Have you experienced this, or am I bugging?
Oh.
I feel you, and not even as someone who's, because I'm technically not mixed, like I'm just Moroccan, but I'm very like white passing. And so I think for anyone who's maybe in a similar situation, I can totally imagine that happening. And even to this day, it can be still hard for me to feel like very close to people because like no one in my close circle has a similar ethnic or cultural background or like upbringing as me. I don't know if you guys feel that way. Like,
I mean, I definitely have no reason to.
yeah. There's no Moroccans in my school, not that many Middle Easterns, and most of them were dudes. Or also the other issue I had was like if someone was Arab or Middle Eastern, it was like they would typically look at me as like not being religious enough to be with them usually. So it's not just like cultural or ethnic differences, it's also like religious differences.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good way to put it.
It's tough.
It is tough.
Maybe make friends with other mixed people. Okay, we'll do like 2 more and then we can dip. I've recently been rejected by a girl and she was my first crush. I
Aw.
texted her, we talked, it went well, and then the next day it was over. She ghosted me and I texted 3 more times, no response. School's starting soon, I want to talk to her, but I don't know what I'm gonna say.
How's she a good person?
But she ghosted you.
I think you. Sounds
Weird
like
champ.
Yeah.
Sounds like you're kind of fantasizing a little there, buddy. Sorry. I'm tough love. Take it as tough love. But like, she ain't that good.
No.
Ghosting,
You talk
I think
to
is.
her if she's cool and you guys work things out, nice. And if you don't, whatever.
If you triple
Happy New
text her and she says nothing, and then you're gonna have to face her in school too, bro. Like, she's probably gonna run for the hills. Let's just hope her phone, like, I don't know, her phone plan died or something, or like.
I'm 26 years old. Can you read it? I'm tired of talking.
I'm 26-year-old. I live with my girlfriend that I love from the bottom of my heart. That's so cute. And we're having her first child in 4 months.
Congrats.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
A whole child. The only thing that's off in our relationship is that her physical drive has been lower than mine. She loves being intimate and cuddle and also loves having physical stuff, quote unquote, but just not as often as I do. So it leaves me kind of wanting any suggestions.
Have you have you not talked to her yet? Oh God, this is weird.
I assume, like, let's just give them the benefit of the doubt that they have talked about it.
Okay.
But they kind of just came to the agreement that, like, he has a higher drive than she does.
Okay,
And she's pregnant. That's true, too.
true.
I think during pregnancy, you should be as patient as you
James, I
possibly
hate
can.
you.
And
Why?
it's especially... Wait, why? What'd he say?
Ask Kevin.
What? What'd he say?
He said get a side chick.
I know, I read need more gotchi.
Okay, y'all on different pages, for sure.
I thought we were at the same thing.
I think it's especially tough because, bro, when someone's pregnant, the pregnancy is tough, the labor is tough, and then the postpartum is tough. It's tough for 2 fucking years, at least. That you kind of need to be patient in a sense. I do think it's worth discussing with them, and you should also think, like, what are other ways that I can release my emotion? Y'all have any thoughts?
You said it pretty well.
That's...
I don't know if there are things you can really do to, like, kickstart your...
Yeah, I
I
mean-
feel
Try
bad,
for
but at the
physical
same
stuff.
time, it's like.
Maybe you
I
need
hope
other
y'all-
outlets that aren't other
Or
people.
feel for her.
If
a bit.
there's anything that I might say, it's that it's always going to create a negative effect if you try and press for it more,
Facts.
whatever it may be. So it might be tough for you personally right now, but if you maybe give it some time and, leave the topic alone a bit so that no one is in any kind of pressured situation, then it opens up room for better conversation moving forward rather than conversation under pressure.
Speaking facts. Straight facts.
Yo, I rarely hear a guy be like, well, the last thing you want to do is pressure her. But that's really nice.
Yeah, usually guys are, but what about my feelings?
But what about my penor?
What about me?
What is a penor?
I used to say that too. Is that a Canadian thing?
I don't know.
I don't hear that much.
Oh, come on. It's
Yeah.
not even relationship relating to...
No
Motherfucker,
relate,
long-term
like-
years ago.
relationships. My last relationship was 4.5 years. The one before that was 3.5. But I don't know what's long to you.
And I have 4 kids. I just don't talk about them that
Plus, this is all
Wait,
about
I wasn't just lying about mine. I'm
basic
serious.
human interaction
No,
and
I'm just saying
decency. We don't need that. Come on.
He's pissed he's not right here with us.
Also, I feel like
Besides
shouldn't it
Gordon.
be obvious, like, all advice taken from any stranger, anyone, even a professional sometimes, it's like, kind of like
It's just a
take it at your own will.
Yeah.
We decided we couldn't do MasterChef because there weren't enough headsets. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks for answering. Anything spicy to end on? Why is Gordon in the room and not talking? His voice is just shot from filming so many TV shows.
Yeah. He's been yelling quite a bit. Any advice on how to become in touch with your feelings? Been feeling very emotionally numb lately. You guys want to go?
You can go ahead.
As a male, straight man in the 20s that might not be so in tune with his emotions, me, yeah, I would say, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to mention as well, but meditation is such a big key to understanding yourself. It comes in all forms. Meditation can. It can be you sitting and reflecting over, silence or over some, pre-recorded audio, music even.
Try different guided meditations.
It can be writing daily or as often as you can. You'd be surprised how much we don't write these days with our own hands and what effect that really has into how we think and how much of our emotions we can open up because of it.
Feelings, you.
And yeah, and also just don't be afraid. I would say going into it would be key. Oftentimes people are always very afraid of what they don't know or like what they might not want to figure out about themselves, but it's yourself. You're already with yourself. There's
Forever, ever.
Yeah, you're not gonna get out of it. I'm sorry. So like.
I was gonna recommend journaling. Maybe with some good prompts.
Yeah.
Some good prompts.
Good prompts. Give yourself prompts. Give yourself a good amount of time as well.
Thoughts?
No thoughts. Empty.
What?
I cannot with feelings. When there's feelings, emotions, all that.
And you're the best person to answer.
No, as in, I have the same problem.
But do you remember any moments where you feel like you have gotten closer? Maybe through talking with friends, or is it journaling, or is
literally
it
all my friends are like, you should
experiences?
journal, you should write down your feelings and then crumble it up and the paper. No, I just can't. I can't. I don't know. I feel like if I had the choice to be robot, I would. But I can't. So then sometimes when it's time for my emotions or time for any sort of feeling, I'm really bad at like dealing with them. So I'm just an immature little girl, but it's okay.
It's okay.
We're all working on it.
Hey, everyone does it differently. Doesn't matter. As long as you're doing it or trying to. Is
I think ultimately for me is like I notice I improve the most when I actually hurt people that I care about, or like I see that they're potentially about to get hurt from my actions, and that's what makes me want to change more, is for them. Because if it were just for me, I'm avoiding. I'm like, fuck that, I don't want to deal with this shit, I'm just gonna ignore everything, out of sight, out of mind. But like,
someone said, girl, you toxic as fuck.
I am. I'm not gonna. I am self-aware though. Like this is why I have my walls up so high. I'm like a porcupine. I'm like, don't get closer to me. I'm literally broken. So it's kind of like I'm not like inviting people in. You know what I mean?
I mean, at least as a friend of yours,
yeah,
I feel like it's good when you let people in, because then you can at least have those conversations with them. But under the premise that like they understand how you function, so then it doesn't hurt them, but you can both like, work on it together. That's
luckily what I've been blessed with. I feel so more so this year, as I've been able to have a group of friends that are like, we understand how you operate and it's not your intention ever to hurt. And once they say those words, I'm like, I feel like I can relax a bit more. But usually when it comes to feelings right off the bat, I'm really bad at them.
I'm in a relationship, but my best friend keeps trying to hook up with them. That is not your bestie and a Tessie.
That's not your best friend. Ew.
Doesn't matter who his mom likes. Get her out of your life.
Get with her mom.
Weird.
Then she'll like you more, and you'll have no issues, and you'll also ditch her. Easy.
Facts.
All right. Oh my god, I actually saw a maybe spicy good one to end on.
Yeah.
Thoughts on interfaith relationships. We're both in love, but our families disapprove. Romeo Juliet type beat.
That is hard.
But plus religion.
I never cared about what my parents had to say.
That's so hard.
Even though
that is really hard.
Yeah. I'm like,
I would say, with anything goes, you need to just open that channel of conversation.
Yeah, go as deep as you possibly can, especially in regards to what you want your futures to look like. Like if you guys want to raise a family.
Like, do you want your
How
grandma
much
to be
do-
happy? Like, that kind of thing.
Yeah, like how much would you want religion to play a role in those things? Can you agree on those things? And yeah, parents and faith are two different things. If your parents aren't okay with someone, ask them why.
Maybe try to understand a bit, don't just completely...
And then you decide what.
I just remembered a really bad story. No, I remember one time I asked my mom why I couldn't date why she preferred we date within our race. And I remember her first thing was, they can't eat fish sauce. Yeah, that was her first concern, is that we put fish sauce in all of our food and that they couldn't handle fish sauce. So, yeah, guys, if you guys want to be accepted into my family, just know you gotta be
able to fuck with the
yeah,
fish
you gotta
sauce.
be willing to eat the fish sauce.
Okay, no, but actually that's what I mean. Like if someone if my parents didn't like my partner and I was like, why?
Yeah.
And my parents would never say this, but if they were like, because of their race, I'd be like, that's a shitty reason, I'm gonna keep dating them. But if they're like, oh, like we don't think he treats you very well, or we've seen him behave this way or say that. The fish sauce.
They're all like, I love fish sauce. I'm ordering fish sauce right now.
Stop. I was actually just chugging casually a gallon of fish sauce. It's funny you mentioned that, Arya.
I can't. You guys are so...
There's actually fish sauce in here, just so you know.
People don't realize fish sauce is like a seasoning agent. You don't actually eat it like by itself. That's unheard of. Like a spoonful could like season an entire like pot.
Is it?
Oh, just for practice.
Nook Mum? Wow! You can eat Nook Mum? Yeah.
It's so good.
It is good. And it's used a lot in soups. And when I say soup, I mean like tiny teaspoon in bowl. Like, but people don't realize it's very concentrated, and then they actually taste it and they're like, this tastes like ass. I'm like, no, you just didn't use it properly.
You didn't dilute it.
Right. Doesn't fish sauce contain mercury? I think all fish, any fish, yeah.
Any kind of lead and mercury ever. So.
Oh, I don't know. I wish you guys could choose. Does anything stand out to you?
I'm in love with a friend. He told me he doesn't love me back. Oh.
It's because you guys act like friends. You're not giving yourself the time or space that you need to get past your feelings. Feelings don't just, boom, dissipate. That's a really great word. But that's not what happens with them. They slowly go away with time and space and opportunity.
True.
I have a chance to go back out with my best friend's sister. But no one we know wants us to be together. Should I take the chance and lose a friend but gain love, or no?
Friends over love.
I mean, is it one of, are you just like into her, or do you really think
It
that this
depends.
is gonna be
It
the
depends.
one?
If you think this person could potentially be the one, and
not
that's what
the,
you're
like,
looking
oh,
for.
I'm 14, I think they're the one,
No, like
you
you're
really know.
you're good to settle with this person, like you really think there's a future. I think it's fine, and I think it's also okay to be honest about that to your friends, and if they're good friends, they'll understand. But if it's just like, hey, yo, she's kind of cute, I want to, no,
Take
you would
your
fuck shit up.
age into consideration too, because I feel like everybody at 14 or
True.
16 is like, this is gonna be the one, but you don't know what the one is because you
True.
don't know what you need because you're 14.
Wait, were they actually 14?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Oh.
take your age into consideration if you are very young. I made a new friend / crush. Introduced them to my friends. My roommate / best friend, despite having a boyfriend at the time, developed a crush. They're together now. It was a small crush, so I didn't mind. But I felt like I lost 2 friends. He kind of ghosted me when they started dating. I told her I didn't like hanging out with him because it felt like he used me to get to her. But she still makes plans for all of us, and I'm not sure what to do when she already knows I'm uncomfortable. Am I wrong here?
You
No,
are
she's a
not
shitty
wrong.
friend.
She's a bad friend. Did she know that you had a crush on him? Yeah, right? She would have, right? No?
I don't know.
Maybe not? It's hard because it's unless you've told her, it's hard because if you didn't tell her and it just seems like you're introducing like a
Yeah.
random guy,
Yeah.
then it's hard to blame her because at the end of the day, we are all trying to just look for, you know, our matches, and look for what we're attracted to, and it happens. But if she did know, oh my God, drop that bitch and drop him. Oh my God, that's weird.
I think ultimately it's a really, really shitty and unfortunate situation for you. I hope you don't feel bad about yourself.
No,
although
it's
okay
not
to
on
feel
you.
bad because like you did kind of lose two friends. I mean,
Yeah.
someone could even have two close friends, like be in a triple best friend scenario, and if two of them start dating and hang out all the time without you, like you're still entitled to feel bad because of that. Like that's okay. What?
Nothing.
Yeah.
You have nice nails. They said you have nice nails.
Aw.
They said you have nice nails.
They said stop biting your nails because I have been. Because I have a hangnail.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Girl,
yeah.
I have tweezers.
Give me. I was waiting till after the stream.
No.
Wait, chat, can you do that emote? I want Kevin to see it, the one with the nails. You're not doing it right now, just wait. Like that one.
Oh.
What is it called? Yes, girl. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's called Donks.
Donks.
I love it. Yeah. Anything else? I'm not looking, so you guys pick whatever you want. Or is there anything you feel like talking about? Less girl problems. Let's hear about non-girl problems. Period. On God, we snatch the house down boots. I've not heard that before. Non-girl. Ooh, never mind. This is a boy. I'm going through a breakup with my boyfriend 5 years because we didn't have space apart to grow because we're so young. We're still enough, so we're really conflicted about where to go from here and whether to stay friends or cut off communication. Aw, that's complicated. I never understood that. Like, I can't be with you because I need to grow. Like, grow beside me? I don't know.
I think that's like their way of trying to let them off, like with their emotions. Kind of.
I know,
It's
but then
stupid.
it's like
It's counterintuitive.
I
but-
understand that, but then
Yeah.
they're like, oh, but like we keep talking. What the fuck is the point? Like if you're using it as an excuse, just break up.
You're
Yeah.
confusing yourself and you're confusing the other person, I think, right? By allowing both of you to be a part of this like
Just
weird
sounds
arrangement.
Maybe
weird.
it's a situation where like if I can understand like if you're going to college, you're probably like, oh, like I need to grow and like we're moving apart, so it would be difficult to stay together. And then in that situation, like should you still keep talking?
In my mind, the best thing to do would be no. But that really depends also as to like how much of a presence this person has in your life, or how much you want them to have a presence in your life moving forward as well. So, yeah.
Actually, I've made my mind up. I think after a relationship, people should not stay friends, but I think in a situation like that where it's not like too harsh, you can stay in touch. I'm sorry, don't look. You can keep in touch, but don't like talk to each other fucking 3 times a day. Thank you so much. I got it.
Nice.
Feels good, man.
Yeah.
Okay, not girls. Not girls. Do you guys have any insight on getting past self-deprecation? I was in a friend group that made me feel like shit 24/7 for the large majority of my life, and it's really smacking me in the face with trauma now that I finally made it out. Damn.
So now you
I'm
like
so sorry to hear
you're
that.
used to it. So then
yeah,
he's
used
like,
to being negative,
oh,
being
I'm sorry.
like feeling bad about themselves, I guess.
Well, I'm proud of you
Yeah.
for getting out of that. It does take time. I know self-deprecation can be funny, and some people can like relate to it, but I also know it can be like a mood kill. So I don't know.
I would say
If it's like trauma related, then it's going. That sounds really really hard. But I feel like if there were people that care about you and you're honest to them about it just as much as you were able to like share it with us, I'm sure they'd understand. I don't know, like good friends at least.
Yeah. I just don't. I hope you don't feel like you hate people now because of how your friends have treated you. People are mean. People are not so great sometimes, but people are also good, and you know they can provide love and care. And I think ultimately, right now, what you would need is just a build of confidence in yourself. And in order to do that, you would want to start somewhere comfortable and small, something you're used to, and then build off of it, snowball it into building your confidence to a point where you're okay with being a little bit more susceptible with new people, new friends, and then taking what you've learned in the past to kind of weed out the ones that you know might not be good for you. It's never like a one-to-one process. It's never like ones and zeros. There's a lot of other factors involved, but ultimately, yeah, I would say
that was similar with me, where like when I finally found that one person that accepted me for who I was.
Right. All it takes is one.
Yeah, all it takes is one, and then everything starts like feeling a lot better.
That's so true. Like, you can work on yourself alone, and you can work on yourself with others.
Very
I hope
true.
you can find a group of friends and start hanging out with them, and they joke another way and they treat each other differently, and that kind of changes what feels normal to you and inherently changes your habits as well.
Guys, be nice to your friends, okay?
You kiss the homies goodnight.
Yeah, kiss the homies goodnight. Be nice to your uplift your friends. Like, I think
Support your friends.
sometimes maybe our generation, maybe younger generations, I don't know what it is, but like, you know, maybe making fun of your friend for the sake of like a joke in the whole group, or like putting somebody down. It might seem funny at the time. You might have a laugh. You might
never
laugh,
know
but
what they're going through.
it's really not that funny, and it's not worth it in the end. You never know what that person's gonna take away from it.
Like, there's so many things you can joke about.
Yeah.
Self-deprecating humor should not be your only tool.
If I were to give you guys a challenge, it would be to maybe even go and like compliment your friends more, or like uplift them.
True.
And, like,
Isn't there that saying where it's like treat others how you want to be treated?
Exactly,
If all you're talking about is shit about yourself, that's all they're gonna see,
Yeah.
and that's all they're gonna comment on. So yeah.
And guys too, like, you know, be like, hey, that's a dope fit today. You
Yeah.
wore it to school, or like, hey,
They'll remember that. They'll be like,
Like,
oh, he paid attention to my outfit.
Yeah.
Maybe I pay attention to his outfit.
I heard you got a good test score. Like,
Exactly.
good job, man. Like,
Keep it
that's
positive.
so
Keep it
cute.
uplifting.
let's keep the good,
Do it for
positive
yourself.
upbringing.
Peter's really good at that. Peter simps for everyone. It's the cutest shit ever. He's just really good at complimenting others.
Homies,
The homies
stay calm.
Hell
Exactly,
yeah.
man.
Hell yeah.
That's the concept.
Also, I wanted to add, by chance, if you think you may be that toxic person, it's never too late to turn around.
Oh yeah.
Because I don't want to like shame people for like making mistakes or being that toxic person.
That's true.
You literally can turn it around
That's true.
anytime.
Especially if you're young, mistakes
Yeah.
are prone to
I've
happen.
said stuff I regret. Like, I was stupid. I mean, I still am kind of stupid, but like, you know what I mean? What is this?
Arya's so hot.
Stop! Why are you enabling this? Is so true.
That's so funny.
I love fish sauce.
4
by the
years
way.
ago, someone randomly said that I looked good. Still remember it to this day.
Yeah,
Aw,
you never
dude,
know.
yeah,
I
why-
remember
Exactly.
compliments I've gotten in fucking middle school.
I
That's
love.
how you know shit hits.
I love complimenting strangers because I know how it hit me. And like, actually, a girl from New York, I complimented her. She was the worker in Urban Outfitters, and she had like all red hair, and I thought she was so pretty and cute. I complimented her, and she actually knew who I was, but she was so nervous she couldn't say anything. She went into my
That's so
stream to like talk about it, and I was like, I found you. It was so cute, but she remembered it, and she said it made her day, and I'm like, yeah, this feels so nice.
Damn.
So,
I had a toxic friend I almost had to cut out of my life and was so sad about it, but then all of a sudden he changed us in time. Now we are extremely close friends. That's great.
yay! So, oh my god, that's
Yeah.
so cute. He changed just in time. So
that's
cute.
so cute.
I'm so glad.
Hi.
That's
I'm
how you
in a
know they care.
relationship, but my girl likes my best friend more than me. That's not your bestie in a tessie. Sorry. Or that's not your girly in a. Anyways, the
Oh
problem
my
is that my
gosh.
best friend likes me, so it's kind of a mess.
Wait.
Also, my best friend knows that my GF likes him, but he doesn't know that I know that he likes me.
Yo, this
What a triangle, bro.
Oh, so his
Have you
sexuality
considered
is not in.
polyamory?
I'm gonna go pee pee.
So what should I do?
I
Should I
need to go to the
confront
bathroom.
him about him liking me and confront my GF about liking me, or should I ditch them both
some
and
like
ditch and build a new life?
telenovela type
Yeah.
beat. Wow, that is crazy.
Scripted. I say ditch and dip.
No.
Okay.
Go to mine. Ooh, not a girl problem. I'm really passionate about my current college major, music education, but it's going to take me 3 years compared to most of my friends graduating in a year. I could change my major to something in STEM. All right, go ahead. Oh, I knew. As soon as I read something about career, I was like, Kevin's got this one.
Okay.
Here. Yeah.
Okay. To all of you guys that are at a crossroads, whether you're in college, maybe you're in high school still, you're considering college, you're considering majors, you're considering your future next couple of years, right? I think you mentioned it was going to add on a little bit more time in your timeline for you to finish your studies.
Wait, can you tell them what are your credentials?
I'll speak about my credentials after, but
Okay.
basically, from everything that I've personally gone through and everything I've seen, a lot of people around me, my friends, peers, whatever it may be, that have gone through, everyone has a different path. I do realize this, but the ones that have had the most success and have been most happiest with what they've gone through are the ones that chose to lead the path that they thought, even if it took a longer time, would make them more happier and not just make them more money, right? STEM, sure, you could go into STEM and maybe you have somewhat of an interest, but it's not going to be ever as passionate as your music career, right? Or your music studies. As far as I understand it, that's kind of where you're at. So I would say stick to what you are so passionate about and what you love doing, even if it doesn't make you enough money, right? I think those kinds of things figure itself out later in life.
Facts.
It is a huge pressure mentally because of, finances, money, like how am I going to live? How am I going to eat? Stuff like that. I get it. It is a huge, huge pressure, but it's going to be more difficult and more pressuring when you come to realize later in life that you gave up something you were so passionate about for something that would make you a little bit more money, but you're unhappy, right? Passion is something that you cannot gain later in life and learn. Passion is something you are born with and you find in yourself through the journey that you take in whatever college or high school or studies that you're doing. That is something that if you lose once, it's really difficult to find again. So stick with your passions. Don't chase the money. And don't worry about the timeline too much. It's down the road. When you're 50, 60, you're going to look back. It was a difference of a few years. Now, looking forward, it's a difference of 3, 4, 5 years. Sure, it is concern, but later in life, looking back, it was only 3, 4, 5 years. And it's not going to make a difference to you, right? And yeah, so me, my personal example would be that I was always thinking and very passionate about going into medicine ever since like middle school, high school. That I geared all my studies to that sense, all the sciences, all the biologies, chemistries, whatever. I went to college, neuroscience major at first, and then I realized that I didn't need to necessarily put myself in that situation, so I switched to biology. I did 5 years of clinical research in microbiology and virology. All the sciences. I prepped myself for the best chances at attending med school. I applied coming out of college after a year doing my MCATs and stuff. And yeah, it was a very long journey. And then also I was looking forward to a longer journey because med school here, it's like another 4 years plus 3 years plus another 2 years, residencies and fellowships and specialties and whatnot. So many years, right? But in the end, I was willing to do it. And then after I did my first round of applications for med school, it didn't work out for me, right? I hit a bit of a wall in reality, and I had to kind of analyze where I was going to lead my life, kind of think more about the things that I was passionate about at the time, think more about what I enjoyed doing, what brought me joy. And it ended up being something more or less along the lines of like design, a creative outlet, something where I get to like produce things that looked nice, things that were colorful, things that were pleasing to the eye. So that's how I started to restructure my career goals into learning comp sci, learning front end development, learning design, how to develop certain apps or like web applications and things like that in the way that I would think that people would like to see them. And that's kind of where my passion is right now, because I've realized that this whole time I've always really enjoyed finding things that were pleasing to the eye, finding things that were aesthetic, finding, really being really excited about art and stuff like that. So,
I remember I met you.
Yeah.
Like after you finished your med degree, right?
I think I was going through med school applications at the time.
Yeah, and I know like you've done so many things in life, and I felt like it was always kind of like a side thing. Oh yeah, like I study XYZ.
Mm-hmm.
But the way I hear you now talk about like your comp sci degree and design and all these things, it makes so much more sense for you, and I can tell you speak about it in a more passionate manner.
Right. Yeah, it might have been just that like at the time I was more interested in stuff I was good at, which might have been studying and like studying the sciences and like studying all the things that I need to go to med school. Like I didn't see that it was like so difficult for me personally. So therefore I justified that, oh yeah, I should probably just go to med school. But in the end, it wasn't like something I was super passionate about and like, getting
Question.
worked up about.
What if someone doesn't feel like they have a passion at all? I say just wait. Don't force yourself into...
Yes, that would be...
Or study something general if you can and explore. If you don't know what you're passionate about, it means you need to explore.
You need to explore, and my advice to a lot of people too is I have a very partial view on like studying and learning. I believe that people should view learning as like a lifetime thing.
A student of life.
Right. And so if you necessarily haven't found your passions yet, it's probably because you just haven't come across it in your life. And that's okay.
Okay.
You will find it if you put yourself in the best shoes and the best position to do so. So, go out and try to learn as much as you can. Try to put yourself in the best position where you are exposed to new things, try new things, and I guarantee you will find something that you end up feeling very passionate about. That would be my 2 cents. It's a lot of a 2 cents, but maybe it's like 10 cents, who knows.
Facts. I left my well-paying career because I wasn't happy and I didn't want to live with regret. Hi, baby. Later in life, I chose quality over quantity. Not because of that. I became a pilot and pushed myself through school this past year. Now I'm happier than ever doing what I love.
Hey, yo,
People were talking about like career versus passion type of thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it just went off.
He did. Do you have any advice?
Always follow your passion is what I like to think, but I do understand that not everyone is as fortunate or in a situation where they can do that, especially like certain time in your life or your responsibilities that you've taken on. I understand that, but sheesh, I can't imagine it would be really sad to work a job or work something that you're just not passionate at all about. I can't imagine it.
Yeah.
And like work will likely be a big part of your life, so you want to make sure it's something you can be excited for.
Yeah.
The work part already is going to be exhausting. So you might as well be exhausted in something at least that you like.
Yes, I agree.
Right?
A lot of people are complimenting the way you speak.
Thank you. Yeah. Thanks.
Thanks,
I don't know
I
what to
thanks.
say.
Ooh.
I had to break my relationship with my best friend that I knew for 15 years. That's a long time. I noticed she was really bad influence on me. She also tried to make me do bad stuff. I haven't slept the whole night thinking about breaking up with her. She also made me have worse mental health I have ever been, and then I'm really sad about it. Okay.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Know that people in general change with time. Whether it's changing for the better, changing for the worse, or changing in a way that like doesn't complement you anymore. Like people's values change too, and it may not be in line. Just it's when I kind of remind myself that people don't change to my agenda, like that's normal. So yeah.
Yeah. Put yourself first, always.
Yeah.
Always.
It's going to hurt, and I'm so sorry, because 15 years is a lot, but if it's for the better for both of you guys, yeah. It's okay. You'll get through it. I've gone through some really bad best friend breakups, and it freaking hurts. It hurts.
Oh my god, yeah, I've heard the stories.
It hurts more than any of my boyfriends combined, actually. Because, like, I love my ladies, so when I break up with them, it's like...
Yeah, breaking up with friends is...
It's the worst. It's literally the worst.
Is it worse or not as bad as
I think it's worse.
Relationship?
I think it's worse than relationships. Because I think, like, when you're friends, you already kind of hold yourself, like... I don't know, kind of like a lighter... I don't know. It's hard to say.
Kevin, would you have made the same decision reorient your career for student loans? Was it more of an issue?
Maybe you would have waited.
I would have. So, I think this is more of like and it is a finance question, but it is also kind of like a timeline question where, if that were the case, maybe I would have found out a way to work and to save enough money to put myself back in the position to study again, without taking on too much burden financially. Like I said before, that's more of a timeline thing, and it's a sacrifice of like a year or two. In retrospect, when you're gonna be in a career that you like and enjoy, and looking back, that year or two is not gonna matter. So I would say please don't be afraid and thinking it in that way. It's not always going to be an easy conversation to have with yourself or justification, but I would definitely give it a consideration.
This is so random, but this person was like, do you guys think it's insensitive of me to disprove someone's feelings about certain topics through studies?
What?
Yeah.
That is really... Well, because
Sorry,
you don't know what the person has gone through. You don't know their experiences and their traumas in life. They may see the world through like a different lens, and
I feel like you can never disprove someone's feelings because like people just feel whatever the fuck they feel.
Yeah.
However, like maybe you can disprove certain points or facts via studies. Those are two very different things.
Facts and feelings are different.
What was the question?
It was, is it insensitive for me to disprove someone's feelings via studies?
Like papers? Or
Oh,
Yeah.
someone said, for example, like anti-vaxxers. Okay, that's different.
Oh.
But like you don't. Actually, maybe.
Like
if someone's like, I don't feel like getting the vaccine.
Yeah. Or like,
and you're like, well,
or it hurts my
you
feelings.
should.
It hurts my feelings when you judge me for not getting the vaccine. Like that's okay.
Yes.
That's different. I think
Mm-hmm.
that's completely different. But if it's like, I don't know, like studies show that men are always right or something, like fuck you.
I think this is good. I think something that people forget, especially on the internet, is that like you're unlikely to argue someone out of how they think or feel. And if you ever want to convince someone of something, you'll have an easier time doing it in a compassionate manner.
True. Fight feelings with feelings. It's true.
Yeah.
It works.
Like,
Sometimes-
oh, but like, like throw a little ooh in there.
Yeah.
They'll be more
Sometimes
likely to consider what you're saying.
I'll get so mad, but then when I see that the person is uwu, I'm like, oh wait, why am I mad again? They're so cute. Like, yeah. So it's true. Just show that you care to the people with the showing you feelings.
Yeah. Okay. I said one more like 2 hours ago, so
I mean,
Now what?
I'm good.
It's addicting.
It's fine.
it does. I mean, it does. It is my brain.
It does.
Yeah. I do better, boo.
Wait, can you go down? Next one. Let's see.
Ooh,
That's tough.
it is
It's
tough.
Especially when you want to do something like, instead of just changing career, you want to be like a professional.
A career that's like known to be risky or known to be like
Yes.
more.
I think you should confront him like with evidence, if that makes
That
sense.
reminds me of Jamie.
Hmm.
I remember when Jamie was trying to convince her parents that she like could make it out here in LA and stuff and do she set up like an entire PowerPoint.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if
Yeah,
if
you
there's
should-
proof or if there's like results,
It's harder to combat that thing.
yeah, like
Huh.
I think this is one of those things where you should use your head. Like if you really can do it and you have what it takes and you have the evidence that shows, like
Yeah. It's hard because
back it up.
hot take maybe, but so
Let's hear the
if
hot
Kevin's
you-
first hot take ever.
if you can prove that you have what it takes to make it, whatever that career path may be, but you do need to provide that evidence of like what you're willing to do, what you're willing to put yourself through, like specifics of how you're gonna make money, to put yourself through whatever you are. But even if then, like that, you don't get support, you don't get backing from your family. I don't know. I kind of want to say that you should still follow
Your heart.
your
Mine.
gut feeling
That's not a hot take.
of like.
I think that's the normal take.
Is it a normal take?
Yeah,
'Cause then,
I
like,
left the house.
It's a very controversial thing where
Literally,
like
my dad was like, "You were the
you're
computer."
you're going
I left
against
with the
your
computer.
family and like you're
Okay,
you know
I slept on
going
the
against
couch.
their wishes, but like yeah, if you really feel strongly about something, so much so that you're willing to go against your own family.
I think it's maybe less so a hot take, but it is a more like uncommon
Risky,
thing.
It's a
Because
risky,
it's
uncommon,
risky, less people will
difficult
do it. You
sort
know
of
what I mean?
decision, right?
True.
But obviously, I think it's more of like everyone's like, oh, follow your dreams, but most people actually don't.
This is true.
But
They
also,
will always do what's easier.
please take into consideration that your parents, no matter what your dynamic is with them, always just want to have what's best for you in most cases.
Another good thing I remember was that I think, was it Jamie? Someone was like, if you offer them like a deal, like a plan,
Yeah.
that's also a good way of like compromise, because then you say, hey, if this doesn't work out in like a 2-year trajectory,
Yep,
it's
yep.
going downhill,
I
I'll come
agree,
back home
yeah.
and I'll focus on studies.
Oh,
Kevin, this one's for you.
maybe it was already asked in previous chat, but are you interested in creative video game development? I'm a senior level designer at Ubisoft. Love the comfort streams. Yes, of course. Video game
Check out
development.
his LinkedIn.
I will. Yeah, please
Cute.
reach out to me on LinkedIn. I'm still very young in terms of experience. And
It's 96 Kevin Kim. Give him a job
Yeah.
or whatever.
But I would love to
Wow.
talk with you, just even on
Imagine.
industry experience and whatnot. Get your insights.
That's so
yeah.
true.
If people have met their like significant others, wives and husbands
I've had people
over
married
Twitch
through my
chat,
Twitch chat.
yeah, I've heard of it too. So that's why I'm like, this job now too. See,
Let's go.
definitely possible.
Ooh, cool.
Hobby and a passion.
That's a kind of a good one.
Bro, literally story of my life.
Really?
You will lose sleep over passion. In what I would think.
Yeah, I don't know. For me, I like am obsessed with doing everything and anything up to like a B+ level, and then I just move on to the next.
Check.
So it's, I guess there is a such thing as being passionate about doing multiple hobbies or constantly doing new things and new experiences.
You can be passionate about hobbies, yeah.
Yeah, it's
for
not
sure.
just one thing, you know. That's why I learned, because I used to stress so much about finding that one thing, and I used to think I was like wrong for being a jack of all trades or being a person that can't find their one shtick, and that used to kill me. But no, you can actually embrace doing everything or just doing little bits and pieces here and there. Yeah.
I think passion can become addiction, kind of.
Yeah.
I think addiction is its whole own thing, right?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
if you're losing sleep over gaming, then you're definitely, gaming is a passion of yours. Just remember to be realistic, right?
Yeah, if you're standing up and you're feeling lightheaded, or your legs are getting numb, like oof,
Yeah, if you're losing sleep because of
please get help.
you are thinking about like strategy and like stuff like that to become a better gamer, or like you have like a professional outlook, some kind of like path, then sure. But like if you're losing sleep because you're losing games and you're just like not ranking up, then I think that's a little different.
Yeah, I think like if you're not being realistic about it and you're hurting people around you by like having them being concerned over your health and stuff, that's when it becomes an addiction and it becomes like concerning.
Motivated after continuous failures. Ah, yeah, that's a tough one.
Aww.
For me, it's all about learning from my failures.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, learning and adapting and being able to change, because a lot of the times if you can't assess what exactly is going wrong, you are more likely to fail again and again and again. So until you stop yourself and change it up and actually acknowledge like, oh, at least I tried it this way this time, or like break it down, process of elimination, try everything you can. And yeah,
I would say
I don't know.
I'll give you very realistic opinion on failure. No matter how good you are at what you do, you will always fail at it, and you will continue to fail at it. I don't think anyone has a perfect track record of any kind of career. You'll make mistakes. You'll fall down. I think it's more important your approach to what you do after your failure. In my mind, you can let it beat you down, and you can stay there, or you can take it as that learning experience or just something that doesn't affect you that much and continue forward. But yeah, the reality is like there's not going to be ever a day where failure is not a part of the equation, right? So
Small or large,
Right,
failure
yeah.
is part of life. Okay, maybe we'll end on this one. How to approach dealing with a relationship that you've invested so much time in that you feel is going nowhere.
you stop approaching it.
You start. What's the opposite of approach? Leaving. People leave.
Distancing.
Why?
Distancing from it.
Yeah. Or like make it known that you feel this way. Like, hey, I feel like I'm putting a lot more effort than you are. Or just in general, I'm feeling like I'm putting in a lot more effort that doesn't feel like anything is going anywhere. It's feeling a little stagnant. What's your opinion? And if you don't like what they have to say about it and you're not satisfied, maybe that's something you can start to factor
So
into the
true.
equation.
So true.
Don't waste your time. Life is too precious.
Yep.
But also recognize like sunken cost fallacy is a thing. We are much more likely to stay in relationships just because we've been there a long time.
Huge guilt.
Yeah.
I think all my relationships I could have cut it at like the year mark, but I'm just like dragging it on because I think that's the right thing to do rather than what I actually want to do.
I see. Should I read them? Yo, Kevin, I would like to see your opinion on take a career versus passion right now. I'm in the first year of college studying business. Passion is to actually do artist, music producer, reality music. Very, very risky into a business degree, even though I don't. The degree is more than a fall back on. What do you think? Okay. Yeah, you seem to be going at it a pretty smart way, at least. So your passion is music and art. You're getting your degree in business.
Maybe you can merge the two.
Is getting a degree in music going to provide beneficial for you in like a music career as like a producer or anything, or
Mommy.
What, mommy?
Bless you.
or
Thanks.
is can you still do that without getting an official like degree? Because I my belief is that you definitely can, and if business is like kind of a fallback, I wouldn't think of it as a fallback. I would think of it more of as something that is going to it's going to streamline your career as a music producer, because you may be talented as an artist that writes music and produces music, but at the end of the day, within music, like you said, it's very risky, and what's going to save your ass is how well you know the ins and outs of business.
I feel like business degrees are one of the most useful things.
So it's going to be
possibly have.
very, very useful for you, and I would say don't think of it as these two separate things. Think of it as like an overarching goal of you wanting to become a very successful music producer, and in order to do so, you need to have the talent and skill as an artist, but also the background and the know-hows and the ins and outs as somebody that knows business.
It's almost as if you should be more proud of yourself, if anything, because like now that you've conquered one end of the tree, you can like build your talent tree in like other ways. Like it's not just like one thing or the other, you know. And now you have that one thing that can apply to the other, so that maybe you have an advantage now. Good to acknowledge. Proud of you. You're doing great.
Yeah.
Good luck.
All right, about to wrap up the stream. Oh, I need to get experience out of the world. You're 14. Relax. You're literally 14.
Can we trade?
Enjoy.
I wish I could trade places with you.
Yeah, enjoy literally not having to pay taxes. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
The most you
But
should
learn
do,
about them.
Yeah, the most you should do at like 14. Actually, not even 14. At like 16, maybe get a part-time job. Aside from that, just enjoy your damn life. Play video games.
Yeah. Play
And
games.
just finish your homework.
Watch
That's
YouTube.
it.
Learn about the world
Yeah.
Dabble in hobbies while you don't feel bad about it.
while you have time.
While you have time. Mhm.
Let's go.
Talk to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I would have told myself 10 years
At
ago.
14, heck yeah. And invest in Bitcoin.
And
Or
invest in
whatever
it.
Bitcoin's gonna be in 10 years. Alright, that's all. Thank you guys so much for watching. Shout out to Arya Saki. Please follow her everywhere, especially Twitch. And Kevin, also known as Kamja Kevin on Instagram. Alright, bye guys.
Thank you guys so
Take
much.
care.
Bye.
Thank you so much. Happy New Year!
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year's!